Hey kids, you're listening to the internet's wettest podcast about video games, consoles, and pancakes. The SML Podcast. Prepare for the SML Podcast.
Dude, I just got fucking diamond in Rivals. I am so hype right now.
You were right. You were right about the Rivals thing. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I know him.
Yeah. It's like you know him.
Crazy.
I literally play it all the time. I am hard obsessed with Marvel Rivals right now.
I've heard good things.
It's
How's my
quite
volume?
good.
You're good. You are good.
Cool.
All right, Carl, how are you doing? How's your audio
Doing
sound?
all right, man.
Carl's here.
Great over here. Hey.
It's a Carl me.
It's
I love it.
me.
Holy crap.
From way back in the past.
My God. If you told me 20 years ago that on the IGN boards there'd be this software called Dick Sword and we would all talk in real time to each other, I wouldn't have
Instead
believed
of in
you.
message boards on gray text areas. Yeah.
Oh, the good old days, the vestibule.
Yeah.
Oh, I do miss it, I will say.
The cesspool of the internet. Everyone
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Man, you're
I'd have been like, they need to work on that name.
No, that's all they deserved.
No, if it was 20 years ago, the name Dick Sword probably would have happened, and it would still be Dick Sword today.
It would be called 4chan.
Probably.
It'd be called 4chan.
No,
we
it
had
would
a
have
Dick
been
Sword.
created by 4chan. There's a difference.
Touche.
Don't forget that one of the most popular emulators was Nesticle, and his emblem was a giant testicle or a giant nutsack. So,
Well, that was way more than 20 years ago.
Is Nesticle not around anymore?
That gold pixelated logo, too.
It's kind of around. You can get it.
I know I have it on a disc somewhere. That's close enough for me.
I wonder if I have it. I bet you I have it on disc somewhere.
It's not the premier emulator, is what you're saying. It's still there, but it's not
I mean,
the one of choice.
yeah, the last time it was updated was 1/1/2000.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my God.
According to Zophar's domain, where it is still hosted.
Oh my God, that
Wow.
site's still around?
There you
Yeah.
go.
Holy shit.
Zophar streams on Twitch.
No shit.
guy
Therefore,
himself,
so
yeah.
is Nesticle.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah,
Man.
like, dude, any one of the early 2000s on the internet knew that fucking site.
Oh yeah, yeah. People come in all the time, and that's what they say.
I
I mean, I'm sure he's fine with it because you know he's got quite an audience. But
He's a legend.
yeah,
Man.
no,
Yeah,
I
we're
definitely.
diving into it tonight.
was
I'm not
not,
even going to do an
there
intro.
at the
Everyone's
time.
here. Aki's here. Big Adam's here. Carl from Night on Fire's here. Chris is here.
Yay.
Pernell's here. Andy's here. And Grant is here.
That sounds like an
Welcome.
intro to me.
We're just in.
Welcome to the
everybody.
SML podcast.
We're just
I'm
in.
your host, Joe.
SML.
All right, Grant, you do it. Go ahead, Grant. Do the intro.
You have kind of it's kind of a welcome to the SML podcast. You kind of fall into it. Welcome to the SML
It's a
podcast.
what's
My name
up,
is Joe.
everybody?
Well, whoops.
What's up, everyone?
Yeah.
What's up,
bitches?
everybody?
Can we do it all? Can we all do it? Can we all do it on the count of three?
All right, count of three.
Yeah.
One,
One.
2, 3. What's up, everybody? This is the SML podcast.
Whoa.
That went really poorly. But in the
Outstanding.
best of ways.
You guys
Great
helped
that
it
was
a long time
spirit.
too.
That was better than most happy birthdays. So
It was.
Wow.
That's true.
Man.
yeah,
Which it's our streamiversary. Go figure.
Woohoo!
I don't
Is it
know
really?
how many years it's been, but it is our Twitch streamiversary tonight.
Oh,
Damn,
man.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so party up. If you
Holy
got drinks, drink them. If you got smoke, smoke them. Let's party.
You said something about
inject
you
what you
said
got to
drinks.
inject.
I stole some of my wife's ciders, so I do have
Ooh.
drinks.
Very
They're
Oh,
sitting
I
here.
went to
And
the
Yeah, people's spirits,
dispensary.
exercise them.
I went to the
I-
dispensary and picked up 2 ounces of flour, so I'm covered.
Damn, dude.
He's good. He's good for the next 30 minutes.
Man.
Yeah.
Go hard. Go
At
hard.
least.
Set it on fire in the room with you.
Just burn all 2 ounces.
Yeah, but
once.
I got 2 ounces for $120.
Wow.
Dude, I got to
Which
spend
is
that
like-
much for
Man.
an ounce.
Which is like quarter price for most
That's
places.
nothing. I had to buy groceries last week.
Now it's
Yeah.
$100 on it.
Yes,
Yeah,
$1,800 plus
I had
your.
I had to put it on my Affirm account.
You gotta go back next week too.
Yeah. I know.
finance pizza.
Or easy payments.
Oh, funny enough, actually, my PayPal credit is tied to my Domino's Pizza account. Because only in like a dire emergency in which I would need to put pizza on credit would I order from Domino's.
That's fair.
That's just true facts about me.
Also,
Domino's.
paying a percentage interest on a pizza delivery is just a tough way to live life.
Yeah, but it also, like, I don't like to look at the price of a single pizza after delivery fee and tip to the driver and be like, I have to pay this much right now for lunch. So I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like it's weird mentally. Like you really have to deal with a lot to order a pizza.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's just
Oh,
why
yeah.
I get
Every
Little
week.
Caesars. It's cheap.
Yeah, do they deliver?
No, they don't.
In most
Unless you
places,
DoorDash.
no.
Yeah,
I think they'll
everyone-
throw it at you if
Yeah, I
it's
don't
close
think
enough.
anymore. To get out of the
If you
trash can.
DoorDash a Little Caesars
Yeah.
Get
pizza,
out of the trash
Mal-
can.
I would say if you have to DoorDash a Little Caesars pizza, you are kind of missing the point of eating Little Caesars in the
You're-
first place.
Yeah, it's hot and
you're
ready
gonna
for the
be
garbage can.
eating up that
Set on
cost again. Yeah.
We
Pretty
actually don't
much.
even have Little Caesars in our area.
I have DoorDash Little
Piece of
Caesars.
pizza.
We
I
have
love Little Caesars. It's great.
we have y'all remember CC's pizza
Yes.
buffet?
Yeah.
We have the identical clone to that called Infinitos.
I thought you were going to say minis.
I'm jealous.
We've been there. It's pretty good. It's a little more expensive. It's like $12.99 per person, but it's got like, 12 different kinds of pizza, the salad bar, the pasta bar, they've got dessert pizza, the drinks, the soft drinks and all. It's cheap.
Infinity.
Here's the
Also
question: Do
pickles
they
if they're
randomly
just-
come out? Do they randomly come out with those pizzas that no one touches, and then they're just like, "Well, I guess we gotta feed the rats somewhere."
No, they have like a list of winning formulas, and then they'll make stuff on demand.
So they're not to the level of Mr. Gaddy's. Then got it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that
What
is.
is Mr.
so-
Gaddy?
Mr. Gaddy's is
Oh,
fucking
that's a South thing, I
horrendous.
think.
Oh, did I just show my southern?
Is it bad pie?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is either.
Mr.
not great.
Gaddy's is a terrible pizza place.
Yeah, it's not great.
Fucking god
Unfamiliar.
awful.
Unfamiliar.
Chris and Carl, you're both Texas, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've dined at similar places.
My favorite pizza, cheap or not, is only available in North Texas and maybe one location in Oklahoma. Is called Mr. Jim's. And if you're in Dallas Fort Worth, you know what I'm talking about. Nowhere else, not even Austin.
Wow.
There's
you
a-
get it.
That excludes me.
There's a pizza chain in Delaware that Pernell definitely knows. It is literally my favorite pizza of all time, and 95% of other people that have eaten it would say it is average at best. But Grotto pizza tastes like my
Oh, mercy.
childhood. I fucking love Grotto pizza.
Yeah, that's how
I
Mr.
just
Jim's is.
assume it's
It
a
is not
memory
fancy.
thing. I just assume it's a memory thing. Like, I had a buddy visiting me a week ago from Chicago. So I was like, well, before you go, oh, that's
Oh,
amazing.
no.
I've never taken you to Grottos before. You got to try Grottos. And I warned him in advance. I said, some people love this pizza and some people really hate this pizza. I just think it's okay.
I want
I
to try
want your
this.
take on it. And he ate it and he liked it. But again, it was pretty much, he came at it where I was like, it's good. It's different. But he's had better pizzas locally than that.
My perfect Grotto pizza order is a pizza with extra cheese, pepperoni, and bacon, an order of their cheesy beach fries, and
Whoa, fries with pizza.
Yeah, what is that?
a pitcher of birch beer.
I would drink or eat all of that.
Excuse
No, I'm actually wondering
you
if
gotta
the
explain what the
non-beef
birch beer
Grottos
is.
has. I'm actually wondering if any of those non-beach grottos has the beach fries.
Fall
'cause I
into
might
Well,
have to check.
that's just what they called them because my family had property in Rehoboth, so we were always down there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just their large order of cheese fries with their nacho cheese sauce. That's all it is.
Imagine someone having property.
Sounds pretty good.
I'm wondering if the grotto pizza in my area is the same as the one down in Delaware, because I looked on the website. It
You have
doesn't
to
show
send
any
me a link.
Pennsylvania locations, but
there's
it's the
one way to
same
tell.
logo. It's the same
No, it
logo.
is the same logo.
There's only
But
one way to
it's-
tell.
There's only just one
Does
random location in Wilkes-Barre.
Either way, there's one way to tell. Have you looked at one of their pieces? Because Grotto's has a very distinct style on their pizza.
Oh,
And even if
yeah.
it's not affiliated with them, if they're doing the style, then they're aping it, which is close enough.
No,
I'm
Grotto
gonna
Pizza
guess they're the
PA.
same.
No, this is a legit location.
Cool. Also legit. Javor's just rated us with 25 people. Welcome in, everyone.
Yo.
We're having a big
We need
old
more
party
pizza.
cast right now. We're just chatting with friends.
Oh yeah,
Chatting
no,
about pizza like you do at parties.
Yeah.
Pernell, you'll understand this. No one else will. We got certified spirals. It's legit.
There it is. That's legit then, yeah. So
That's
you
legit.
have the Grotto's nearby. That's covered.
I
Certified
haven't
spirals.
had their pizza in quite a while, but there's another place in the Wilkes-Barre area called Shelley's, which is very similar. Their pizza is so good that Mustin tried getting their recipe.
Oh, there's pizza that we will go all the way back to Eastern Baltimore County to once in a while to get. It's an hour and 25-minute drive, but it's Ashley's favorite pizza of all time. But the thing is, there's a major difference because Ashley's favorite pizza is actually like renowned in the Baltimore area as the spot to get pizza. It's called Pizza John's, and that place fucks so hard.
In the Pizza John's. Is there one in Towson, maybe?
Oh, nope. There's one, and it's in.
Where's it at?
It's like right in between Essex and Middle River.
Okay, so it is still possible I've been there then, because I had a buddy who lived in Essex for a while. He's not my buddy anymore, but he lived in Essex at the time.
That could be the case if they live in
Shame.
Essex.
What'd he do?
They absolutely know
Shame.
Pizza John's if they lived in Essex. There's no way you could possibly exist in that area without knowing of this spot.
Chances are I've had it then, because it would have been one of those things like, I'm ordering pizzas, and you got to order from the best spot in the area, of course.
Yeah, Pizza John's is fucking legit. Very, very, very legit.
I'll try
Mr.
it next time I'm
Pizza.
around.
I've had Papa John's. How's that?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Incredibly
I'm
different
sorry.
content.
I like of all the fast food pies. That's probably the one that I would pick.
I think
I
Papa
enjoy
John's.
Papa John's.
I don't actually like their tomato sauce, but I think they have awesome specialty pizzas that use other sauces.
I think
that could
my
be
big
possible.
issue.
Go ahead, Pernell.
I was going to say, I just think my big issue, and it may not be the case for everybody that's on this show right now, is that once you've accepted that it's okay to just kind of go to different places that weren't advertised on your television, there are so many non-chain pizza joints in my area
Oh yeah,
that I don't even feel compelled. Like, I'm not going to say, for example, Domino's is bad. I'm just saying I don't go to Domino's because I've got
Domino's is cheap.
Yeah,
pizza joints all over the place.
That
You know,
ropes
so-
back around. That ropes back around. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but that
No, you
ropes
didn't.
back around to like my original name drop of Domino's is because it's the one that's right around the corner. I could walk
Yep.
to it.
No.
So it's emergency pizza as well.
the emergency
Well, you know
convenience.
what to
yeah,
Yeah, we call
When-
emergency pizza Wawa pizza.
Oh, I understand
Man.
that too.
I remember I recorded an album in a single day, and by the end of that, like when I was doing like the last two like vocal tracks and stuff, like after 10 hours of recording and stuff, it took Domino's 2 hours to get a pizza around the corner to us. But at
Wow.
that moment, my life was saved. I was just,
It sounds like ordering food at MagFest.
yeah, exactly. It's kind of
Sometimes,
exactly
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, there's something about the rock shows that pizza just comes along with it. Like if you're playing a show and they provide food, it's always pizza, and then you eat the pizza, and then you're not in good physical condition to play a show. But
Especially a MagFest based event, we live and die via pizza, and I am not afraid to admit it.
Yeah.
Tell me more about
BitGen?
these deaths.
I really want
I dare you to play BitGen and not have pizza. It's impossible.
I will never take you up on that. I'll have that pizza, especially after hearing your story about this Pizza John or whatever.
Oh no, we get pizza for BitGen from
Domino's.
no, what's that spot called? Oriole Pizza. It's
Okay.
in downtown. It's a nice little spot downtown that we know of.
I'll eat any pizza named after a bird.
Oh hell yeah! Especially it's the Baltimore baseball bird.
Nice. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I used to like baseball. That's a thing I know because I used to collect like baseball cards and whatnot.
A lot of people know about the Orioles only because of Cal Ripken.
Heyo.
Yeah. That would be true for me
with
too.
him as my idol. So yeah, not
Oh,
wrong.
I mean, being a Baltimore kid, born and raised, it was hard for him not to be an idol for me.
Oh, absolutely. I was in Maryland for half my childhood there. So,
As
yeah.
a
Where
80s
in Maryland?
as an 80s 90s kid growing up in North Texas, I'm a Nolan Ryan guy.
Oh,
Nolan
yeah, that
Ryan.
makes perfect sense. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I had many of his rookie cards.
Oh yeah, and he is the one person that if somebody asks me versus like any other Southern state, what is the Texas accent? I say, listen to Nolan Ryan, like listen to like his retirement speech or something like that. Like middle-aged or older Nolan Ryan is the perfect Texas accent in my
that I
opinion.
counter, there are so many more Texas accents that you can't even nail it down.
No, there are, but if you need one,
Oh, yeah, sure.
there's
for
like
a
5 or
foreigner
6
from Texas, figuring out what is Texas. Okay, I can understand this.
Policy
Drop it!
I mean, like people who are like British or something, like asking me, "What's
Sure.
the Texas accent?" I'm like, just listen to
They have
this.
trouble with English in general, so come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris, you just say, "Listen to me." That's all you say. You listen to like you are the Texas accent, like Chris. This is it.
I don't know about that.
There it
though,
is.
because people
That's
say
nothing. Hero
blank,
name
blank
ever.
slate. Guess where I'm from? Chris says, and I go, I have no idea.
Yeah,
No
that's exactly it. Is that all my life? Like, I don't know. People have gotten different things. I took like one of those like things where it's like based on the words you know or the words that you use. Where are you from? I always get California and Florida, 2 places I've been to one time each.
Well, that was enough.
Yeah, guess what? They're the most, some of the most populous states in the U.S. So
Exactly. Yeah, I am
statistics are on their side.
I can't get that
Yeah,
out of
I am
my
like
head.
nothing accent wise. Even though I think I sound Texan, it's like apparently
Where do I
it's not
sound
quite
from?
so. You're so non-regional to me.
North
You got
America.
something.
Nondescript.
You sound like
You're from
you're
white.
from Jotun. You're from Jotun.
You're from random white guy area. I got to give a quick shout out while I'm talking. Slap My Penguin, Injury 19, and Latino Heat all
Slap
just
My
subbed to
Penguin.
us. And Latino
Yo,
Heat
let's
also
go.
dropped 100 biddies. So thank you everyone for your support.
Damn.
Y'all are awesome.
Oh.
Slap my penguin.
Let's
Joe, you
go.
Joe, you got some. There's some PA in you. I can hear. I hear some of that. I get this. There's bits of it in there. There's some P in you.
Some pee and
A little
ass,
bit of-
dude.
A little bit of PA.
A little bit of pee and ass.
BX Latino Heat out here dropping crazy pennies on the stream. Let's go.
I like to imagine people just getting a handful
this
of
is a-
coins and chucking them really hard.
That's called
Yeah,
that's not making it rain. That's making it hail.
Do that at the strip club.
Yeah, dude.
You like
Yeah.
Dollar on a
$12,
budget.
honey?
It doesn't count if it doesn't show.
Dropping pennies like bored kids at a railroad.
Yeah. I used to do that. Go
Definitely,
get, pennies
definitely a roll of
flattened.
quarters in my pocket.
I definitely did that on the side of railroad tracks. Go put pennies
Oh, yeah.
on those rails. Oh,
I've
yeah.
yeah.
done that.
Me and my cousins got in trouble for it one time.
Really?
Yeah, they there was a railroad like just at the end of the drive at one of my relatives' place, and so we would go out there and like put, one of the older kids, cousins, like taught us about like putting a penny on the thing to get it flattened, and like we did that. But then this guy like came up and knocked on the door and was yelling about kids putting pennies on the. I don't know. Either he had seen us or something. I don't know. Like we.
Were you the only kids in the area?
Yeah, we were.
I thought
Yeah.
you were going to say
Guess
something
what?
like, "Oh yeah, we derailed an oil tanker in front of."
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
That would have been a much better story.
Let's not talk about trains derailing when I have a train trip next month.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah. Let's
Oh,
not
we're gonna
derail this
that train.
podcast.
Hey,
Oh, too late.
Full steam
Where you
ahead
going,
to bad
Joe?
puns. Going to VGM Con.
You're doing it again. You're training again, huh?
I am
Nice,
doing it
dude.
again.
Wow.
I just
Wait, but you
Like-
hated it last time.
I know
The
that's
train
what I'm.
portion.
That's what I'm sitting here thinking. I got for it.
roomettes this time on the train, so this way I'm not
Yeah, not
sitting
only that,
next
but
to
don't you
someone
have
the
your
whole
portable
time.
Xbox Play?
I have the Xbox with the X screen. Grant, you played on that.
Yeah.
Magfest.
There you go.
How fucking cool is that little screen for the Series?
That thing's
X?
amazing. It's great. Everything's an
Roommates?
Xbox, including
I'll
that
have with
train.
me.
Brunette
it.
sounds like a hotel based like vocal group to me.
It really does.
We're the Roomettes.
It's the lounge bar of a 50s hotel.
Yeah.
I
Or a
looked at
train.
the ticket breakdown, like the cost of everything. The roomette from Harrisburg, or not from Pittsburgh to Chicago, and from St. Paul to Chicago. The two roomettes going to Chicago are the two most expensive tickets. That, like, just the roomette, not even including the actual train fee, but just the roomettes together were about $900 for
That
two.
hurts my very soul.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, tax money, for making this trip happen to VGM Con.
Yikes.
I'm
We're
gonna say
road tripping.
now, you love VGM Con. God damn.
It's a really good time. I want
It
to go
is.
again. I want to experience it again.
I'll be there.
I'm excited.
Now that I can actually get a roomette, I think the trip will be a lot more manageable. I won't have random people sleeping on me. I'll be able to move around.
So the roomette
Yeah.
just like those cabs that you used to see on the TV shows when they would always be like on the train ride and someone gets murdered. There would always be like 4 people in a cab.
That's I think a full size room. The roomette is for like 2 people.
Oh, okay.
The seat does fold down into a bed, so I could like nap in the room. I couldn't
Okay.
sleep at all the trip out there last time or the trip home. I was just miserable and bitchy the whole time.
Yeah, fucking bet.
I'm
Oh, I
sure
believe
everyone
it,
remembers that.
I
Oh, I
loved that trip. You loved it.
Oh, God, the trip was awful.
I've had to deal with that shit in like a 6-hour flight. I couldn't imagine the train ride do that. Good
Yeah,
God,
my,
man.
my anxiety will not let me fly. Not anymore.
Yeah, it's a
I just
struggle
can't
right
do it.
now, to be perfectly honest with you. But we'll see. I might shoot myself in the foot at the last minute and go, fuck it. Let the plane come down. I'm having fun on the way.
I need to find people to split a room with. Like, I have my room, but I want to split the cost with someone so it's not just me.
Hmm.
Like, I'm
Man, I
spending
know the
so much
feeling
on the
there.
ticket. It'd be nice to split the room with someone. So,
Don't look at me. I
It's
just got
originally-
done spending
Does anybody-
$1,400 on my car.
damn.
Say
What happened to
anybody
your
wants
car?
any strangers that want to sleep on Joe?
There you
Just,
go.
just now. It's only going to
Good
cost you
cushion.
half a hotel room.
It's pretty
Well, I can
comfy.
say I've roomed with Joe before, and the room he had before was pretty decent. So if it's a similar room there, it's a good arrangement.
It's same room,
So,
same hotel.
I thought you said literally the same room. I was like, give me the same
Oh,
door
that'd be-
number.
Oh my God, I don't
What
want.
special things went down in that room?
My room was at the
It was like the
very
last
end
one.
of the hallway last year. And I had
It was
a,
like
like,
the
my
grand
door
finale.
lock kept breaking, so I had to repeatedly walk from one end of the hotel all the way to the other.
Oh my
Ex-
God.
Find out my key doesn't work, walk all the way
Man.
back, go to the desk, walk all. Oh.
I'm really glad that you signed on to go back to this exact building and this exact situation using
this
the
exact
exact same
room.
like,
This all sounds really great.
come on, man.
It was awful
Guys,
doing it again.
Adam,
I spent $2,000 to be fucking miserable. Let me tell you how awesome it's going to be. I
Adam,
can't wait.
how many MagFests have I gone to?
Too many.
All of them.
Too
Like,
fucking many.
Yeah, all of them.
They haven't all been sunshiny days.
No, but like I just remember getting the messages during travel both directions, and
Oh,
you
yeah,
being
'cause
like,
the actual
if I
travel
ever want to do
sucked.
this again, fucking kill me or something along those
Like,
lines.
I want a roomette. I said if I do it again, I want a roomette, and we're doing roomettes.
Yeah.
And
I mean, got
Love
it.
it.
And that's
It's just the price on that's wild.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's the thing. Like you're describing, you went to the paint and got yourself a roommate. I'm that guy that makes those complaints about flying on a plane, and it's like, well, why don't you just spend the extra $40 and get an aisle seat? I'm like, fuck you, cheap. No, I'd rather complain and see if I'll get lucky. Because I've had so many times where they just like taking pity on me. They just moved me to a seat that had actual leg room, but I just won't bring myself to pay
I'm
the
also
extra
not 9 feet tall like Pernell.
It's freaking horrible.
Yeah, I have no idea what that's like.
It's
Pernell and Adam, the two tallest people on the fucking planet right now.
Airline travel is shitty. Unless you get an aisle seat or first class or business class.
Flying to Hawaii was real interesting for me.
Did you cash up for an upgrade, or did you suffer in like the typical seats?
Are you kidding me? I got married like 7 years ago now. We were broke as hell, and the entire trip was a gift. So what do you think? It was economy, baby.
Living in the slums with the rest of us.
Were you in a middle coach seat?
For one of the flights, yeah.
Oh man.
37B.
It's like the worst.
And at the time, like I'm still obviously 6'8", but like at the time I weighed 380. So like I wasn't a skinny boy either.
The old days.
Yeah.
Man, crazy.
Because I will tell you right there, I'm trying to get weight loss going again. And so far, so good. But the initial weight loss I had, the first time I flew on a plane after cutting like 50 pounds, oh my God, it felt like a dream. I was like, wait a minute, my legs still hurt, but I fit in the seat. This is amazing. This is still worth it. Like, it's hard to believe. But like,
I haven't been on an airplane since I lost all the weight, so I don't really. I mean, I guess it would just be normal.
Well, shit, fly to New Jersey. I need a roommate.
Yeah. Remember the $1,400 I spent on my car?
Well, if you buy one fairly soon, the plane ticket might not be so bad. You can affirm it. Have we learned anything from Chris?
I'll tell you what.
Domino's tab.
You let me affirm it on your credit, and I'll go.
Are you kidding me? I won't pay for the $40 for the aisle seat.
Look, you're slinging ideas. I'm slinging ideas. We're just matching pace for pace here.
I'm
going
with a firm.
I mean, I'm likely going this year at this point. I'm on my final decision phase, but that's only because I got stupidly lucky unexpectedly because I was prepared not to do it. So at least I'll be able to hang out for a bit with you guys there. But yeah, like
Chris, you're going this year, yeah?
Yeah, we're road tripping.
There you go.
Who's we?
You can room with Joe.
Oh, me and my partner. We're gonna be just driving.
Cool. See you
and
there.
Not sure if we're gonna carpool with other bandmates. We're working that out right now. But
I just realized slow down. You're driving, aren't you in Texas?
Yeah, be like 18 hours.
How long is that? Oh, God. Man, you dudes.
Dude, I remember.
BGM
I remember when I first met Chris, and he just got done driving an 18-hour drive from Texas to Baltimore.
Yeah,
and landed at Dom and Erica's very first apartment together.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
I've driven to every MagFest I've been to.
Yeah,
and sometimes all by myself.
Yeah, that's a rough
drive.
Like,
I'm gonna tell you that you are one of those folks that just like that, likes to drive in general. Like you enjoy the drive.
I mean,
you came by yourself that year when I discovered Natty Bo's sister beer was in Texas, Lone Star. You brought me a case of it. I remember.
I brought you a case of beer. Yeah,
Natty, whoa.
Yeah, it's it's kind of cool, like being the person that doesn't mind. I would say doesn't mind more than like, but the person who doesn't mind driving long distances, because folks are like, oh, can you bring this for me? I'm like, yeah, if I got room in the car, put it in there.
Yeah, I can dig that, actually.
Yeah, and it's pretty nice because, it's hard to get stuff on a plane, especially like my extremely expensive guitars and stuff. So it's kind of like driving is a little bit preferential to me because I don't like airports, I don't like flying, and I definitely don't like trusting
Freight.
my stuff with
Your
people.
equipment.
Yeah, my equipment.
I'm flew
And
from Detroit,
I
Michigan.
can't-
They took my Mountain Dew jelly.
I can't just borrow someone else's. I can't just borrow somebody else's 6-string bass, you know,
Mhm.
because they don't have them.
Mm.
Nobody has them except me.
Confiscated my Mountain Dew
'Cause you're a freak.
mouthwash.
Well, that's not
Wait.
entirely true.
I'm
If you
assuming
ever
someone
play-
made that up because if they didn't, holy cow, that happened to somebody?
If you're ever playing a show with You Bred Raptors, you are covered.
Yeah, that got that and more.
Yeah.
I don't. Does Pete seem like the kind of guy that would just loan his bass to a person though? I mean, he does.
Oh my
know
god!
me.
If he knows the person and it's it's already there, it's not like an issue. I'm pretty sure he would be okay with it.
He is a nice person.
He'd probably
He's
go.
Why
Really?
Because
What are you going to do with
real?
this?
No, Grant knows. That's probably the exact reaction. Like, wait, really?
Are you sure?
I considered buying a 7-string bass once for purposes, but I ended up splitting it between a 6-string bass and a bass 6, which doesn't make sense to anybody that doesn't know about obscure basses.
He had that thing entirely custom made.
Oh yeah, Conklin does that stuff. It's really great.
Like, oh my god, that was 15 years ago, maybe 12 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, I remember it. I remember that that going down. I remember the Facebook post.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I myself, as an extended range bassist, am like, googly eyes over other people's like weird ass instruments that are, like that.
I'm just enamored by weird music stuff. I love it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Do you have any instruments besides your drum kit? I don't know if you do music.
Yeah, believe it or not, I grew up playing piano. So yeah, I'm in this.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, the drums was just an addition when Rock Band happened.
That's so I had a piano moving job, and people asked me if I played piano. I was like, no, I'm only qualified to move them. That joke usually went over pretty well.
Tune.
I actually recently got. Some of you may know I've played drums for a very long time, and I haven't always had my own kit, especially when money was tight because I had to sell it. I now have a real drum kit, and it's not a shitty one.
Yo, let's
Nice.
go.
Congrats.
I got a maple shell like pearl kit from like the 70s, and
Wow.
it was gifted to me
Dang.
by our friend Matt. If Joe wants to hit the soundboard on something that
Oh
Matt's done.
God. Which one? That's the question.
Not, I think
Not that one?
the folder.
Oh, the
folder.
folder. Oh God.
That old folder almost killed me. Jesus Lord.
I don't know why the music is so majestic in that clip, but it's amazing.
It is
Sounds
majestic.
like it.
That's good stuff. Yeah.
It's like holy.
That old folder almost killed me. Jesus Lord.
He was parsing through an image folder on his computer called the butthole folder.
You can guess what was in there.
That was
I
one of
mean,
his
You
reactions.
found the glory hole.
Nut goes in the butt. That nut goes in the butt. That's me playing Marvel Rivals with Squirrel Girl having a really good game.
I'm a little teary-eyed muffin man.
I don't know what that is. It's just Matt being mad.
Oh, it sounded like me for a bit. Damn.
Good job, drug addicts.
Yeah, we got
I'm
some
gonna
good
need you to
songs.
fuck off, sir.
We have a lot of Matt clips.
What?
That one, I know that one. I didn't know it was Matt.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so full of milk.
Like, how do you explain these to people?
Oh no! You definitely do not.
No, he was drinking milk and he was full. And he wanted to sing. So,
Forgot about the
I'm
milk.
so full of milk.
How about the milk one?
We have way too much fun with the Discord soundboard.
Yeah, I was
It's a lot
just
of
about to say, like, it's amazing that we're getting to experience this without having to have stream audio going on. Like we're living in a different world now than just literally
that
just
doesn't
a couple
even,
years ago.
That doesn't even scratch the surface of what we've done in Adam's Discord with the soundboard.
Oh no!
This motherfucker. Yeah. The soundboard.
I knew you'd come.
The soundboard in my Discord is built different if you're a wrestling fan.
It is.
It's fat.
Carl, do you use the soundboard all on yours?
Oh, dude, you have to realize I deal with enough shit setting up OBS. I let Jesse take care of literally everything else related. So that includes all the Discord bullshit. So.
I didn't build my soundboard. I made Joe do it.
Yeah,
exactly.
And it is filled. We have the max server boost on there, and the soundboard is overflowing to multiple other soundboards.
So like,
Good job,
I had an official request in the Discord just being like, yo, we're paying you all the money you'll allow us to pay you. Can we please have more soundboard spots? You don't allow us to give you more money. Please let us have more.
We asked for more, and they were like,
Fucking no!
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait a minute.
Pernell, was that you?
Fucking yeah! No way! I don't vouch for that entity. I don't know who that person is. I've never met him in my life.
Oh, man. So, Carl, you wanted to chat with Grant. What's up?
Yeah, so we recently got in touch with each other and realized, with our skills and just connections combined, Grant needs a care package. Grant, would you explain? Fucking yeah! Would you explain what this care package consisted of?
Oh man, I got a care package in the mail that I was not expecting, and inside were, let's say, the healthiest collection of wonderfully constructed, designed, printed, fixed up 3D prints of all kinds of Metroid stuff. Of Metroid stuff. Like, I have sort of a shrine to it on my shelf. I need to get pictures so you guys can see what this thing consists of. But it's like there's like a hidey hole morph ball. There is opposable Samus. There's logos. There's a ship. Oh yeah. You get the Chozo
cell phone holder.
Hey, that's honestly what kicked it off.
Yeah, which I'm using at this moment. The little cell phone is muted on its stand as it's supposed to be. I've taken good care of the claws. It does very well.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But anyway, it's like the best. It's like the best Metroid care package I've ever received. Well, maybe the only, but it's incredible. All kinds of amazing stuff. And then there's the spinners too, right? You get the the spinners, which are like heavy and amazing. And I don't even know what was the heavy one made out of?
Oh, the heavy one's made out of tungsten.
Tungsten fidget spinner. Anyway, yeah. So that's
you could 3D print with tungsten.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's like, hey, we got tungsten.
That sounds glorious.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty sick.
Shit, but I mean, hell, it's dense as fuck.
I bet.
It's super dense. Super dense. What is that you just held up? Was that a controller holder?
Yeah.
Got several of those.
Controller holder, fidget spinner.
Oh, the spinner's on the stream now. Yeah, totally. You can see it.
I don't know what
freaking
else I have on my desk that I could show off that Carl made.
A lot of shit, man.
I don't even know
honestly,
how you.
Though the most fun was the Samus action figure because
I was just saying I don't even know how you constructed that. Well, I don't know what piece goes into what.
Well, you have to realize, I'm not the designer of any of this shit. I just have a 3D printer and know how to use it.
Yes.
But that does not downplay just the incredible genius that goes into designing something that you can just be like, oh, hey, I want to make this piece and have it in my hand in the next 30 minutes, an hour, or however long it takes, depending
Or
on
I don't know how long the Samus was, but it's basically an action figure.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
And now I have to ask, what kind of filthy degeneracy of a Samus action figure is this?
It's clean. It's clean.
Well, it depends on, where
it's boring is what
I
you're
printed
telling
it
me.
in OG orange suit. So yeah, non-Varia, non-gravity. So definitely not Zero Suit. Even though there's probably plenty of that out there. You freak.
He wants to know what kind of porn stuff you could 3D print.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what kind you can.
Size for that too.
I mean, you
I know
really need
exactly
something
what
made of
kind
tungsten.
you can.
all
That
tungsten
would be
all the
great,
time.
actually.
Oh, man.
Need the extra weight.
That would
High
be
quality
so
shit.
expensive.
What that
That'd be
tungsten
great.
Sorry, I'm choking on my fucking drink over here.
A tongue made of tungsten.
That's all I have.
That pen action
That's all you
sound clip.
needed. It
I'm
was
keeping
gold.
that one. Sorry. Stolen in the bank.
Yeah, I've always thought about getting a 3D printer, but never did because there's a guy up the street that's printed like a few things for me, but I feel like it's a rabbit hole that goes forever.
Oh, it's definitely a rabbit hole, but like it's the way you have to think of it is it's a tool that you can use to just make shit.
Yep.
And once you get over that hump of like, oh, I don't know how to use it, you just start with the easy stuff, and it's like, oh, this just got made. I have this in my hand. What else can I do? And it just completely changes your overall mindset on what's possible, because now you have a manufacturing facility in your house that you
plus
can
like
just make shit with.
And people are uploading like all their designs for free, and
it's like you don't have to come up with it yourself. You just see what's out there, and it's like, ooh, I like that, and have it.
I say, if you're into board games at all, that's a good reason to have one right there. Both for yourself and for others.
Pieces. Ooh.
People make money off of that shit.
What's the biggest thing you've 3D printed?
Oh, a full week-long print. So, are any of you familiar with Prometheus?
Oh no,
Yes.
Prometheus,
the engineer. So we printed the Prometheus skull with the alien chitin clamshell. That top piece was nearly a week long for the print, and it's a nearly life-size thing. So it is absolutely massive. And definitely took a little bit of work to actually have everything come together. I don't think that they expected anyone to go crazy enough to print it life size, but we did and got it to work. And it lives as a showpiece on the person that I gifted it to on their locker at work.
How big is it?
And as I said, it's life size. So imagine a alien carapace over your head. That big.
Wow.
That's a big carapace.
Yeah, it's insane.
Damn.
Yeah, fun stuff. And also nerve-wracking, just hoping nothing fucked up during the print. Because that was going, as I said, literally a week.
That is insane. I need to get a 3D printer
end
one
result
day.
was worth it, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, my brother loves his. It's required a little bit of helping, a little bit of, takes some work to keep things running smoothly, but I don't think he has a very expensive one either. But crazy.
Yeah, I could speak volumes about the whole state of the 3D printers right now, but I mean, that would probably be way past the depth that anyone would care to like just have the info dump on. So I'll just leave it as like right now, though, cheap printers are getting good, and that's a crazy thing to say. So
yeah, I imagine it's like anything other like new tech stuff. It's like it's always a good time and never a good time to buy one because there's going to be a better one, but next year, that kind of thing.
Honestly, that we've actually gotten past that hump of the next big thing is now a commodity item. So we're in the next generation of cheap printers. So it's actually a very good time now.
Get my modeling game back on.
Yeah, I'll just give you the keyword Clipper with a K. If you see Clipper is a feature, then just go for it.
What is it?
That is the ultimate speed boost and quality assurance. It's a term called input shaping. That is just the inherent ability that you need to have a higher processor for. So all of these older printers, they're all cheap Chinese knockoffs or just old 8-bit boards. Nothing against 8-bit. I know. I know. I'm in a weird audience right now. But 8-bit for printing is not exactly the most powerful thing for making sure you get rid of noise. So with higher processing power comes higher capabilities, and being able to tune out resonances in the printer frame and motion system is the most amazing feature ever. It means you can print essentially 4 times faster with better quality.
Nice.
So instead of having to wait a day for your print to come out, you can have it in 6 hours. Or instead of having to wait an hour, you have it in 15 minutes. So that's basically TLDR there.
It's like that kid who got the 16X CD writer in high school.
Yes.
Who could burn CDs for you faster than like anyone else in school.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Bring him a stack of CDs with like a list of which songs you want. And he's like, yeah, $20 I'll make you a CD.
Yeah, no one cared about
$20.
They cared about their time.
Just go buy the CD.
I was gonna say, just go buy the retail CD.
Mix CDs, man. Mix
CD.
Did you live in the 90s?
Damn right, I lived in the 90s.
No, I was same. But like, it was like if I got a mix CD from somebody, it was like forced upon me. They're like, I burned this for you, and I'm like,
I got that
sucks.
for free.
Yeah, I would make my own mix CDs because that's what I liked.
Oh yeah. But
I don't want to
pay
hear
$20
just
for it, though.
like I don't want to put on a CD of just Stemmage. Well, I do.
What? Wow, why not? I do.
Like, I want to listen to Stemmage and then the One Ups and then the Tiberian Sons and then the Only Rolling Stars and then Viking Guitar Live and like I want a mix CD. I'll have a couple Stemmage songs on there, not the shitty ones, but he knows.
I would listen to a whole Stemmage record. So.
I'd listen to the shitty ones.
Me too. I'm an album guy. I always have been.
Me too.
I find that there's too much filler on albums, so I just want like the songs I like. And usually the filler to me are the ones that are big on radio because I'm tired of hearing them.
Same.
I've become an EP
something
guy.
I didn't really get until I had my own car.
Oh yeah, I was super late to the CD game. I had tapes until I could no longer buy cassettes that I wanted because they weren't made. And I had a buddy with a 2X burner burn me. My first 2 CDs were the first System of a Down album and the 311 Blue record. So if that tells you like how late I was to the game, but I had to transition eventually.
The 311 Blue album is so good.
It is. It is.
And now I consume so much music through friggin' Rock Band and customs and shit like that. We need more Stemmage customs.
Yeah, well, I need to start working on that. Grant.
I was looking into what the software you use to actually make. Okay, there's like a brand new model of the Guitar Hero guitar. I can't remember what it was. A couple weeks ago, some guys were going over it on IGM, like their new model. It was like a $120 guitar.
I'm like, I need to find or the CRKD one.
Oh, let's see.
It's Les Paul is on Rock Band's side.
It's Les Paul endorsed.
Blueberry Burst.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, for CRKD, I think that was just announced like last week or something. They come out in June.
Yeah, it looks so good, and it's not that much if you think about, what controllers cost. 2 controllers will get you a Les Paul Guitar Hero. Can't believe I'm even saying that, but I want one. And I was also looking into the software for Clone Hero. Just to kind of see how it works, and it looks like it's incredibly easy. And I was like, I should do a couple songs of my own.
Yeah, and I will say, I just got a chance to play around with Moonscaper, the charting software that I guess everyone is using on the Clone Hero side, and it is literally everything that I hoped it would be, and then some. So it is super easy to pick up and gives you like in UI waveform for syncing if you need to do like measure by measure beat mapping for just making sure everything's on point, and then super easy charting abilities just all within there, and then even gives you a chance to like do a playtest in the charting software, like without having to put it into your main game Clone Hero or wherever. So
that's pretty neat.
I'm blown away. Yeah.
Because I remember testing custom, like not customs, but testing the RBN stuff years ago, where you had to get the files, export it to your system. You could only do one at a time. It was a pain in the ass to get that stuff.
It's a pain in the ass. And going through Reaper, which Reaper is awesome, but they're using essentially a full-on custom plugin to give not only the MIDI visuals to make things even remotely make sense for charting, but a full-on like dumbed down, sorry harmonics, but super dumbed down graphical interface for how it looks, quote quote, in Rock Band. And it's just not great for the entire experience, start to finish, for charting through Harmonix's literal official Rock Band network method. Because that's how everyone has been doing it.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, I want to make some.
Yeah.
I do.
Narrow band, full album.
That's what I'm saying. I would love to do some as well. You got the stems?
There's a song. I got stems for stuff. There's a song I did called Cryocism for a couple years ago that was on the Soundfall soundtrack, and I got this guy I know, Joe Tal from the band Textures, did a solo on it, and it's one of the most unrelenting guitar solos of all time. And the rest of the song is actually super fun. Would be fun to play on the Guitar Hero guitar. So I want to attempt to. I just want to do it so I can attempt to like transcribe his solo, because it's just so fucked up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can always stem you stuff. Yeah, if you want something.
Yeah, I mean, specifically for my purpose, I would love to transpose literally everything that you've done Metroid Meta wise into drums, or possibly guitar as well. Because, like, dude, here's the gushing moment. I fucking idolized you ever since the goddamn original album that you put out, just to see that, like, that's possible by a guy on the internet in a cave with scraps.
In a cave.
Yeah. Like, dude, you did that. And like, it made me realize, like, you don't have to rely on everything. And if you've got the drive and you've got the ability to just say, I'm doing this, you can do it.
Yep. So you make it work.
Yeah.
You make it work. Oh,
yeah.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
So, yeah.
Don't know how much stem access I'll have to the old stuff, but I get something to you.
Hey.
So yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I'm curious what I even have access to. I went a couple years ago. Metroid Metal was supposed to play BitGen in Baltimore, and we did, but we learned the week before or a few days before that Dan, the bass player, had COVID and he wasn't going to be able to make it. And we're like, well, what do we want to do about this? Because the songs aren't easy. It's not because they're hard to play on bass. It's just there's so many parts and really and a lot of what Danimal calls asshole parts, like parts with just really mathy parts that are mathy for no reason.
Yeah.
And it just turns out that Dugash, the keyboard player for Arm Cannon, had just quit his job and was getting ready to start another one and was literally doing nothing at the time. And I was like, okay, I wonder if Dugash knows these songs pretty well. I wonder if he could just do them on keyboard. And so I was like, oh my God, well, I got to get the parts. So I went hunting. I went stem hunting. I found some stuff. I got some stuff that would open. old sonar projects that would open in Reaper, from however many years ago.
Oh, man.
And found some stuff. I used AI to try and pull bass out of some stuff. Didn't work, but I got him something to work with. And then we practiced, and the first patch he used sounded just like Seinfeld. And I'm like, dude, we got to keep looking here.
Keep that later.
Can you try a couple more bass patches, because this is literally it's not quite
Seinfeld.
We like comedy, but we don't. But not the whole set, right?
Yeah.
So it was. And he did great. And we played. We practiced
awesome.
for like 12 hours, and it was a whole thing. So the long story short, did go hunting for old stems and did find some stuff, but some stuff was also lost to it's just the software. Right. Can't even get all the punches put back together into the takes they were and all that stuff. Anyway, but I have some stuff. But
and I will say, like, stems are like a nice added bonus if it's possible. If not,
that makes it feel more real. I assume most of the tracks on Clone Hero probably don't have stems, because people are just like ripping CD tracks and stuff.
100% correct. Yes.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
But when you fuck up and the guitar drops out, that's a way better. It's a way cooler experience.
It's this new world that we live in called actually being able to separate shit with technology, which I am fucking blown away with that this is possible now.
Yeah.
There's this software called Melodyne.
I'm familiar. Yeah.
Is insane that I'm just learning about. It's like, if this is possible, then I know that we're on the cusp of something big for just being able to re-separate out the instruments from the main mix again. So
it's easier to it's easy to pull vocals out and pull drums out. Guitars and bass, depending on how well it's mixed, it all sort of slops together into this
how much
mass.
Effects you have, and like it's never going to be a clean process, obviously.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't for my songs, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Three guitars and a dirty bass, and it just like tried. It was like the plugin was like, I give up. I have no idea what any of this is. It's like drums. It's like drums. Oh, no vocals. Okay, drums and everything else. That's what I see. But anyway, fun. But the Clone Hero stuff seems really cool. I was gonna actually try to do. I wanted to see what the Rift of the Necrodancer tool looks like, because you can in Rift of the Necrodancer people are putting their own transcriptions on Steam Workshop. Is that what it's called? Steam Workshop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's stem stuff there, but like the tool is fine, but the tool is not anything close to the stuff they have for Clone Hero. So anyway, I did go down a little. I did go down that. Do I want to pay $120 for a piece of plastic that I got rid of years ago? Rabbit hole.
For the guitar?
I don't know.
Hell yeah, man.
For the guitar, I got that kind of
really
good. God. It was actually
I almost bought a new one the other day.
Is it the new one looks so good. The blue burst. Les Paul, whatever. Yeah,
so sick.
Hall effect.
Whoa. New one.
New guitars.
Yeah, it's like a.
Where have you been?
Let's see.
Didn't know there were new guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll post it and
put a link right in chat.
Yeah.
If you want bought me.
Yeah, it looks pretty rad. Everything's Hall effect, like Hall effect everything.
It's because I'm still using Rock Band 2 instruments in my. Look at it.
I don't even know where my stuff went. I guess I sold it, or I don't even know. But
Pernell, I just sent you a link on Facebook to the new guitars. A link to the Pro Edition for Xbox. There's standard and Pro editions, and then there's Xbox versions and non-Xbox version.
This is worth looking into. I'm looking.
They also sell different buttons. Like the necks, you could swap out the necks and either have a Guitar Hero style layout or a Rock Band style layout.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I actually really love that.
Yeah, this new guitar looks like it could be pretty good. And they use Hall effect switches on the good ones, mechanical buttons.
It works on everything. It's got a switch to change from PC to Xbox, and yeah. It's god. Okay, gosh.
Did they just create a God controller?
They may have created a God controller.
Sponsored by Gibson. Hey, it's official.
I like that those Gibson ones have their blueberry fade finish. that they do. I have an SG in that finish.
Huh. That would be pretty.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Shit.
Andy, you've been dabbling with the customs. What do you think of the scene
for Clone Hero or
Clone Hero, the instrument, just all of it?
Well, you guys were talking about 3D printing too, and I actually had a guy that 3D printed my Clone Hero guitar.
What?
Which was really nice because
like the full guitar.
The full guitar too, yeah.
Nice.
Obviously not the electronics to it or anything like that.
Yeah, but you got an Arduino board, and you don't you?
Yeah. And so, and he actually sent it out to me in pieces too, so that I could put it together myself too, which is really neat.
Oh my God! So it's also a Lego project. That's an even bigger sell. I love that.
It is, yeah. No,
That's
I mean
what
honestly,
3D printing it
was really cool. So, I like I'm looking at it right now. Like I've used it, and I actually contacted the guy too because there's like things about it that I would change. Like a little bit shorter neck and a little faster action and like things like that. Where I could the strum bar would be a little bit shorter. And so I don't know. I think the possibilities are there too. I mean, I went a little wild on some of the ideas where I was like, there's multiple buttons and then there's like, extra buttons here, or you're doing this, or doing that. But I think the possibilities are pretty endless. But on that side, I think it's really cool. And then all the, what's funny too is like I go on Etsy or whatever, and all the guitars that they're selling are the same price point as like a guitar you would get just like from the store,
Yeah,
like all the what was it, the Fortnite Festival one that came out, and that one
the Riffmaster.
The Riffmaster, yeah, thank you. And that one like dropped in price too. I was looking at getting one of those, and I think I paid $100 for the one that I got, and then the Riffmaster, I was like, well, that's only like $20 more, maybe I'll just get that. But I'm due for another guitar, so I might pick one of those up, but. Song wise though, I think all the songs that they're coming out with are awesome too. I mean, there's so many cool bands that I was never able to either like play along to their songs to or listen to and discover, and so like I stream obviously, so I do like my my Metal Mondays, and people come in and they request songs that I've never even heard of before from bands that are so obscure, and that's my favorite part, is just being able to like listen to a band. And I mean, we've played some Metroid metal stuff on there too, and all kinds of bands and songs that like I've maybe heard of or wanted to learn on real guitar too, and just haven't had the time or the energy or patience to do it. So I think it's great.
I just didn't know. I knew, but I didn't really know until last VGM Con. We borrowed some gear from a guy, went out to his house, and he had in his basement, he loaded up Clone Hero and handed me the guitar. And I think he had like 1,000 songs. And I just spent time, I don't know how many there were, 10,000 songs. And I just started going through them all and seeing what was there, and played all these like, I never thought that Steve Vai's The Attitude song would be playable in Clone Hero, but someone did it, and I failed at it a lot, and it was
really
glorious.
Enough, it's actually in Rock Band.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
The Attitude song is in Rock Band? Okay.
Yes, it is.
Missed that. Get on you, someone over at Harmonix who did that. That's great. But yeah, I just had no idea how deep it went. I played a little bit of the Fortnite stuff, and I was just like, these songs don't do it for me, not because they're not good songs, but because they're not good songs that are fun to play on. They're not songs that are fun to play on guitar. And that's a big thing, is it might be a great track, but some songs, there might be a song you don't even like that much, but it's just fun to play. It's fun for your fingers and your brain, and a lot of arpeggios and cool shit. I don't know.
Dude, you're speaking my language already.
I'm getting in there
immediately. Yeah.
I'm getting in there.
I'm really into this band called Revocation. If you guys have never heard of them before, they're
definitely no Revocation.
Oh, do you?
Oh, absolutely. Eric from Viking Guitar, massive Revocation fan. I think he used some of their stuff in some of his like guitar practice.
Okay, yeah. And so I've seen him a handful of times. Dave Davison is a a titan on guitar, and I looked up some of their songs the other day and uploaded them and tried my best to play them. I mean, they play 7-string, just like crazy jazz metal, masterpieces. And I did my best, but like the opportunity to kind of like jump in there and be like, oh, I wonder if this band's on there, or I wonder if this band's on there. You actually brought up Rift of the Necrodancer too. I know you and I chatted about that a little bit too.
Yep.
And I don't know if I told you, but I actually used my Clone Hero guitar to hook up to Steam so that I could play Rift of the Necrodancer.
Oh wow.
On Steam too, which was really cool to do. It was very difficult, but it was awesome to be able to try that out too.
Yeah, I would imagine the directionality would be completely fucked up, but you get the rhythm nicely.
Well, it's just 3 buttons, right? And the game is just 3 buttons, period.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that would work. A little more brain work than finger work. Yeah, but that would work.
Yeah. It's awesome though. Yeah, I mean the possibilities. I'm really excited. I saw some of the possible announcements for a new Guitar Hero, but I'm just excited for the future too. It seems like rhythm games are never going away.
Mobile Guitar Hero AI bullshit that they posted. I don't know what Activision's doing. Apparently they did that with like 2 other games where they're teasing mobile games that don't actually exist.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think I wouldn't trust Activision to do anything that's going to be amazing. I would really,
especially the art. Oh my god! Like there's AI art and then there's bad AI art, and that was atrocious artwork.
Yeah,
everybody was terrible. Guitar Hero mobile,
it was terrible.
Ugh,
it's ridiculous. It was like AI from like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was atrocious. Activision should be fucking ashamed of themselves for using art that bad. Like, they should be ashamed for using AI art in general, but to release it and be like, hey, look at this test product that we're thinking of. No. Like, hire a fucking artist, for the love of God. You're one of the richest companies in the world. Spend some goddamn money for worthwhile art.
I was going to say, if it was like the worst art that a human made, I would at least be like, it's fine as long as the person made it.
No, it was not.
No, I mean, if it was that case, like the best AI art is still deplorable. And I mean, I use the word best loosely.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no good AI art, but like
this was one where the logo was even wiggly. Like they didn't even bother putting the logo on top of the art they generated. They just generated the whole thing. It was weird. It was very strange. But I don't know. Hopefully they put more effort into the actual game.
Yeah, I'm posting the link in chat on Twitch if anyone wants to look at it. Like, they have 2 blue buttons. Who uses 2 blue buttons in a music game? They have the wrong colors coming down the highway. Like, I don't know.
Hang on, I'm interested in these amps. Grant, have you seen these amps?
Amps. Oh my god, the circles on the amps.
They're terrible. They're terrible. It's insane.
Let's also point out there's also 2 red buttons too.
Yeah,
it's blue, yellow, red, blue, red.
Fuchsia, but like the blue notes are coming down the fuchsia line. Anyway.
Orange.
Either
red,
way,
blue, purple, orange, blue.
These speaker stacks are like, being shown at an angle, right? So like you see the speakers pointing out like they would, and then like there's the side, but they put speakers on like the sides as well, which is like not a thing that exists. And I mean, they don't register to the human mind as like speakers because they're just like these crappy circles. But I just love the idea that you would have your giant ass amp, like, where you need to like aim it precisely to get like good sound, and then just like put speakers on the side too, so that you're deafening yourself for no reason.
Speakers everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no drummer.
No.
There's no drums. What is that even? That looks like a briar patch. That's like something that, right? That's like something you would try and pick ingredients off of in Skyrim. Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
they
bad.
Better.
Yeah.
People in the audience are melting into each other.
Well, that's just a good show. That's what that is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Just an ocean of blobbed people, and they're all sitting down. Who sits down at a concert?
I've had to sit down at concerts before. It sucked.
Yeah, me.
Like you want to get up and move.
Played one PAX where everybody had to sit down. That was weird.
Really? Ooh.
I didn't play at PAX, but I sat down at a PAX. I had to sit down for the mini bosses. I'm never doing that again. I'm gonna stand up on my chair. Kick
the chair. Okay, yeah, it was there. It was at with the place with the seats. Yep.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. I have attended 3 concerts in my life. 2 of them were Caravan Palace. One of them was Dream Theater. The Dream Theater concert was interesting for the seating arrangement. They had a VIP section in the front center of the venue it was all folding seats. Everyone was sitting down. So
everybody else is standing.
The argument of who sits down at a fucking rock concert, Dream Theater. So yeah, that's completely lost on me. But if you're in the energy of moshing and like just pumping your fists, like obviously, yeah, but does not apply across the board there. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Then again, in this context where we're talking about the image portrayed in the promotional graphic, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say, more importantly, is that the people who are sitting down at this rock concert are melting into the people directly in front of them and stuff.
Yeah, they're probably melting speaker cones. Cool. So yeah,
that's the sign of a good concert, I guess.
Yeah. Oof.
All right, I'm remembering this for VGM Con. When me and my band are up there, I better see some melting.
Just I'll try, man. I can't promise anything. It's hard to melt on demand.
I better see some Cronenbergs by the time we're done with our Toe Jam and Earl medley.
Some substance.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I am an idiot. Just dropped an Adam Sandler reference in the chat, so I did want to recognize it. Put me in the mosh pit, pass me around is an absolute Adam Sandler reference. I just want to say. I just want to say I see you. That's all I want.
Nice.
Not a lot of people making Adam Sandler references nowadays, so like
that's a deep cut. That's a deep one. Yeah, very good.
Respectable.
That's a goat.
Was that
reference.
Airheads?
No, that was the goat. That was the goat bit from his first record.
Oh no shit.
Damn. Yep, the talking.
I've heard his first record.
Oh my god,
yeah.
I know that.
Yeah,
it's just
I haven't
put me in the mosh pit. Pass me around.
So long.
Oh my god.
I heard it exactly one time, but
fuck me in the goat ass
was just embedded into my psyche from that moment. It's like, what even am I
stuff from that album?
Yeah,
stuff from that album. Still, I haven't listened to that album since I was like, I haven't listened to that album since I was like 10 years old. And last week, a song from that album was in my head in the shower, and I was like, God damn it!
Yep.
How dare you, Adam Sandler?
That was in a rare time when I was on the public bus system for school.
I'm going to check the year of that album, actually. How old was I?
Let's guess. I'm going to say 90.
Oh, man.
3.
I know for a fact it's 2001.
No way. Really? That would have been that's the end of my college, and that had to be before that.
Wait.
I feel like I still.
I'm sorry. I'm wrong. 2000 or
91?
99 or 2000.
Are y'all ready for the real answer?
Oh,
yes.
God.
Yes.
Yeah.
93.
Oh,
no way. Okay.
Did I get it? What did I say?
I was super late to the party, and I was.
You said 91?
Wrong friend group.
No, someone else said 91. I don't remember what I said.
Yikes. Damn.
Let me see. But this isn't the one. The one I listened to was of course the second one, which is all the songs. Oh, that's where the goat is. Yeah, so that was the second album. That's 96. That's What the Hell Happened to Me.
Wrong.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's 96. They're all gonna laugh at you as 93, which is like.
That's the one with the goat on it. Yeah.
Is it? Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Well, the second album literally has a track called "The Goat," so I was just guessing. Maybe I just don't know because again, I was 11 in 93 and I was 14 in 96.
Also, the internet didn't exist, and nowhere near the referenceability to just see. Oh, this is one that came out.
All right, I think I found the right sound clip, but because I'm streaming, I can't actually like listen to it and check it. But
Fuck me in the goat ass!
That's
There
it.
it is.
That's it.
That's it.
Nice.
What the
That's it.
What's
It's
that?
when that's when
That's something I would have ever expected to hear.
that's when they try-
Fucking
I think-
goat ass.
I think they try to throw a football to the goat and he misses it and it hits him. I think that's what cues that up.
Oh
That
yeah.
is
I'm
now on my
having a-
favorites list. Thank you. That was fantastic.
I'm having a whoa.
That's
was-
it. That's the one.
I was 12 listening to that.
Holy shit.
I remember feeling way too young for that record, and I was.
Same.
oh yeah, yeah, we all were.
Yeah.
Our parents should not have let us listen to that. But I don't think
No,
our
they never
parents
knew.
knew. So
Wow.
Ah.
Oh, I'm idiots just dropping goat quotes. I'm just
Okay.
going to have to go listen to that whole album again.
According to the
Anyway.
internet, that is from the second album, the What
Oh,
the
it
Hell
is?
Happened to Me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh, is
it's
it?
from the
That was
track
from
that's called
93?
The Goat.
Oh,
I'm-
okay.
Right.
Looking
win.
at a transcription right now, but I'm not actually listening to it because I'm here on a podcast on the internet. So, unlike Joe, I'm not just listening to Adam Sandler comedy
you're right.
records.
I didn't
Instead of-
listen to it. I had to find the
I know,
clip,
I'm just
edit
kidding.
it, and upload it without hearing it.
I
had
know,
it-
that's
I
a
had
very
to
good job, by the
open.
way.
That
Holy
was
shit.
the right clip.
I just,
Well done.
I just thought that, I just think that was funny.
I'm addicted to making soundboard clips. I can't help it.
Fuck me in
Well.
the goat ass!
So
Get
that's
to keep
now
that one because that was a blind clip.
that's SML canon now. Like that's in the bank. It's in the sound. Oh, amazing!
Hell yeah.
Yep.
You did
Put it
it.
in the
I am an
soundboard.
idiot. 19. You made it onto the soundboard. So
Big
Hell
old
yeah.
dumb idiot.
That's awesome.
Immortalized and stream. Let's go.
I told you,
I'm
man.
just,
We,
I
we have
just miss
too
my
many sound
surprise.
clips.
I dread
Yeah,
my next
yeah, we
shower
really
now. That's
do.
gonna
would you say?
invasive ad-
Dumbasses!
Oh,
Yeah, I
Was
said
that-
we definitely have too many sound clips because one of
Oh.
my favorite ones isn't on here anymore.
Oh no!
Oh, what was your favorite one?
Surprise, motherfuckers!
Oh yeah, Maki.
How is that
Ito.
not on there?
We only have so many spots. Like
Yeah, there
is.
sucks
We
that
have
it's
too many.
limited.
y'all use that one so much though. How did that get chopped?
That got chopped a long time ago.
Because we use a lot of clips. Like we
Yeah,
the
It's all
wrestling
Matt now.
board. The wrestling board goes through so many updates and changes. We have a
Oh,
we have a
man.
couple of sound clips that are like we'll never get rid of, but you know it's
We
just
got
helpful
Matt.
when-
Matt has to stop saying funny shit, and we got to keep reviewing pinball tables so Ball Squad doesn't go anywhere.
oh, Ball Squad's
Just hang
never
on
going
to
anywhere.
fucking yeah. I'm okay with
yeah.
that.
Ball
Gotta stay.
Squad
I don't know who that guy
and Movie Watcher.
Never
both
drop
stay.
that one.
We're never losing this one
Fucking
either.
yeah, it's great.
SML After Dark.
Oh well, yeah, the Norgies
Yeah.
got to stay.
Gotta
Yep.
have the Norgies.
I think
Like
we,
an award ceremony.
we don't know which episode fucking yeah came from, right?
No.
Okay, because I
wouldn't
just like
begin to guess.
you know that thing where you hear a meme for so long and then you see the source and you're like, whoa, like, that's where
the
that came from.
beginning.
But if I was listening to a
That's a good
podcast
name.
and the actual fucking yeah came on, I think I'd lose my mind.
Try to listen to all like 1,000 plus episodes.
We'll make it happen.
There it is. He's got like a freaking cane in his white beard. I finally found it. But
Oh,
I actually wonder where it came from now.
Fucking yeah.
I
Can't
just want
lose
to
it.
play every sound clip
Yeah.
and explain
You
them.
have.
Like, we have a
Fucking yeah, you
sound
do.
clip when people are talking during promos and wrestling. Like every Wednesday and Saturday, I watch wrestling with Big Adam, who had to head out, by the way. See you later, Big Adam.
Oh, I didn't know.
Here, dude.
He took
Later.
off. I
Can't
saw his
even
name was
hear us.
gone. I'm like, he's done.
Yeah,
He's
but
For a
it's
big
me,
guy, he's very sneaky.
it's me, Big Adam, Matt PA, Tim Ekabis, our good friend Tim Ekabis. A couple of other people show up, but one of the rules is during promos, you're quiet because you want to hear what they're saying. Sometimes some people are playing rivals at the same time and they don't notice that people are talking, so you got to bust out,
Shut up, bitches!
and then everyone shuts up.
I miss Matt PA. He used to be on podcasts. I've said this every time he comes up.
Yeah, I've invited him on, but I don't think he's interested.
Yeah, I think
maybe
his
one day we'll
podcasting
get him.
days are maybe. but he's a cool guy.
Until then,
I'm gonna need you to fuck off, sir.
Sir.
the sir makes it so polite.
It does.
Of course. It puts it into your forever brain space. It's like, you have fucked up.
You have fucked up now. Now you have fucked up. Now you fucked
Thank
up.
you.
Now you fucked up.
You got
now
it.
you fucked up. You have fucked up now. I love that sketch so much.
Yes, it's so good.
If you've never seen it, look for Whitest Kids You Know, Abraham Lincoln sketch. One of my favorite sketch comedy sketches ever. Oh, man. But I know we've been chatting for quite a while. Was there anything anyone wanted to chat about before we move on to our reviews? Because we still got a couple of those to chat about tonight.
I'll mention one thing. It's boring because it's video game related.
Oh my god!
And not.
Fuck me in the goat ass.
But I just want to. But I do want to say that
superpowers now.
I put a star next to goat ass. Does that mean I favored it or I favored it for the whole planet?
You favored it. It should be at the very top of your soundboard now.
Nice.
Hot dog. Well, I just want to say that I'm really enjoying Avowed, and I don't think I've enjoyed an RPG in a very long time.
Oh my god, Avowed is so good.
It's like the things
do you play
I don't
enough RPGs then.
There are things that this particular type do that I just don't enjoy. Like I don't like encumbrance. I don't like they can be I don't know, everything that I don't enjoy about those kinds of games, they just sort of took out of this game and made everything a lot easier so you can just kind of be there. Enjoy it. I don't know. And maybe everyone enjoys the things that hamper.
See, the thing I appreciate the most about it is it's very easy to make a sexy character.
Well, I heard your review and you mentioned how you made a dude and he was not so sexy when you got him in game. And you made a lady and she was. Well, I made a dude. And my God, maybe I didn't turn him around enough to look at what the side profile was, but he looks like a total alien, and I can't change it. I can't do anything about it.
There is no ability to change it anywhere. I don't believe. So
I'm going to send a picture of my guy, whose name is Otho. And he's very pretty because he has, mushrooms coming out of his fucking face. But he,
I'll get pictures of mine too because mine's really cute.
Well, mine is not. And every time it goes back, every time it's time for me to choose a reply to something, I'm just like, oh God, every time, every single time. So, but even
I don't know how you managed to make something so ugly, but
it's not. It's just. I think he just. I don't know. I think he made the eyes too big, so he just is staring into your soul every time it's time to make a decision. And he's like, make the right decision.
I want to see this character so bad.
It's not that bad. I mean, it's bad for me, but it's not. He's not a monster, but he is. He's awful. But I really like Avowed. And I don't know how long I'll stick with it because there's a little bit of sameness going on. I think, but. I don't know, but I really am enjoying it, and I just wanted to share that fact because it's one of those kinds of games I don't normally play. I try to try them all. I stuck 10 hours maybe in Skyrim, and I was like, that's not my thing, but I wanted to try it when everybody else was trying it, and I don't know, but yeah, it's real good. So I wanted to share that. That's my one extra thing I wanted to share. It's real good.
You fucking killed me with that.
except for my
alien beast.
Yeah, he's an alien. He is an alien. Yeah, it's the eyes. I think it's the eyes. I jacked the eyes.
I really was just dead set on making a guy that looked kind of like me. Bald head, beard.
Oh, it's not.
And then you decided you wanted to make something that looked good.
As soon as I put something, just a piece of wood over my entire face.
Oh yeah. I thought about doing that too.
I thought that was the best option in the game. Just a piece of wood across your face.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Where are we posting these pictures at? Just in general, or what?
God, throw them in general. Yeah, I might as well.
Yeah, throw them in general. I'll get a picture here soon. It won't be as amazing as you guys think, but just look. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, Injury just
Granted,
posted new
game.
Mountain Dew flavors coming to Taco Bell. Nifty. Is that Mountain
thought they
Dew
only had
grimace
Baja
jizz?
That's
God
what
damn,
it looks
Aki.
like.
Well, you're speaking my language now. What's this new flavor called? Like,
Baja Midnight.
Oh
I
damn!
was make a
Aki.
joke about it being Baja something, and it
told
actually
ya.
is.
Yeah, seriously. It's like,
So are they just bringing back
it's
the
gotta
purple one again?
Gotta be memeable.
It's basically the purple one again. I'm going to bet.
I don't know
Yeah,
what it
it's
is.
the purple one.
I didn't. Well, it's a purple one. It's not the purple one. The purple
I mean,
one
it
is
looks like
pitch black.
Grimmage.
Pitch Black. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking it might be a repeat of Pitch Black.
So apparently
All I
not.
know is it looks like Grimace jizz. So
No,
you know.
no.
It's
I'm calling
definitely
right now,
natural.
Gotta
We're
be
gonna
Grimace
have
jizz.
another
Why can't
meme
it be
round.
Nightcrawler jizz?
We're gonna have another meme round, except instead of the Grimace shake, it's gonna be whatever this
Grimace
Taco
jizz.
Bell flavor is.
Looks to
But-
be passion fruit.
Oh, that'll
But-
probably taste
From what
delicious.
I'm
They're
reading.
gonna be doing wholesome things, not just fucking dying on the fucking ground face flat.
Also, I told you it was easy to make a sexy character in this.
Oh yeah, this is Aki's coming in way hot. This is not what my person looks like. This
Oh
is
no!
Where'd you post it?
come make my character. 'cause
Oh
this
no!
This is
Yeah, it's
Great.
in the
Incoming?
general chat and Discord.
this is like powerful. This should be a main character in
Oh,
some
yeah.
other game too.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to get a picture of my character now too.
Did you just pause the game and take a picture and rotate them? Because I don't even know. I'll have
Yes,
to-
I went into the pause menu in the inventory. One of the buttons, I don't know which one, because I was just pushing them at random until it zoomed in, but it allows you to zoom in. I don't.
All right, there you go. I'm just
That's
saying.
not the
Look,
button.
There you go.
look.
Something zooms in. I don't know what the fuck it is. But
Okay, it's the right click. Okay, yeah. I was just pushing
Okay.
all the buttons because I knew there was a way to do it. I just couldn't
click
remember
things.
what.
So this is this is a message for Obsidian. Okay, so if I can change the entire stat profile of my character for $200 in this game, coin, pieces of 8, whatever the fuck, I will pay $1,000 if you let me change my character. I will pay you so much in-game money to let me fix my eyeballs because I
Yeah,
messed them up.
I'm really
just
hoping
can't
they'll
look that
add
bad.
Yours, dude.
something
look
like
that
that
bad.
to the game.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I just hate looking at myself, and I scare myself every time I have to answer a question. But
Dude, I can't wait.
it's a great
to see
game.
This.
I'm still playing it though.
What the fuck
Still
is
playing
up with
the
your eyes? You're like 5 answers. Like,
Well, what's
I don't
funny
know.
is this what you could choose in the game whether or not people react to the fact that you're you look like a nightmare. Like, and I chose yes, so they do react all the time. Like, oh god, what's up with your face? Oh, you're unboy.
Oh no,
Okay, you're
they
fine.
always react to it. However,
sounds
you can set
awesome
it to
to me.
where you don't visually see it,
Yeah.
but
I
they
also like that
still
that's an
react to
option.
it.
Oh, they still
because
react
can
to it.
still see
Oh,
it. Yeah.
I see. Oh, okay. I got this
More
backwards.
games should offer that to people because clearly you're walking around, you're like a freaking flesh exposed monstrosity. Assuming that's what you look like in the game, and
Well,
people just act like you're just a normal person. Like, hey, still a stranger?
oh
The shop's
no.
down there.
In this game, they always react as though you have all the facial stuff. The thing is, you can set it to where you don't appear to have the facial things. That way, you don't have to visually look at it.
finally
It's kind
got
of like
to,
helmets.
to see this.
Oh,
You know what? This is like normal RPG shit for literally any other game. The fact that this is even a question is insane to me.
Yeah, it's coming from someone who doesn't play RPGs. I guess I don't know. I don't know.
It's pretty common in RPGs these days to allow you, if you make a custom character, to be
change
able to
them.
customize it. But that usually doesn't come right at the beginning. Usually that's a patch that comes usually not too long after. Not very many RPGs come with it already put in. They should. So I'm hoping that they end up patching that in at some point, because it would be cool. Because sometimes I want to put that big old block of wood on my character's face too. It just looks kind of awesome.
I'm not talking about the like what's actually on your face. I'm talking about the recognition of what you have. Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Oh yeah, it's kind of cool
that the game is looking at that as like, wait, what? What did you do? What happened to you?
For that, it's they have the same reaction no matter what because you are God touched. That is just what you are as an individual, and so they react that way because that's the whole point. They're not reacting like they're not like, oh, if you look at my character, they have all that wood growing out the back of their head. They're not like, oh, what the hell happened to your head or anything. No, they're just you're a God touched. And so the same reaction for everybody, no matter what their visual appearance is.
The game requires you to put shit on your face. Yep. So it's just how much shit do you want to put on your face?
There's a toggle for facial stuff and a toggle for head stuff.
That's right. There is face stuff and head stuff. I forgot about that.
That's why if you look at my character right above her eyebrows, there's scales.
I was about to say freckles, but scales is more accurate there.
Well, there's freckles too. If there's a freckles option, all my characters have freckles. I think freckles are the fucking cutest thing on the planet. But you can set it to where you don't actually have to put that stuff on, but it's more that it's hidden, not that it's not on, because all the characters react as though it's there, even though you've set it to be basically invisible. It's kind of like helmets in other games.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's a good game, though.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I've been playing it on the hardest difficulty.
Oh my god!
From the beginning,
kill me.
Well, there's an achievement for it, so I decided, fuck it, why not? It's actually not
first run.
Yeah, very first run. There's no new game plus in the game, so I was like, I'm not going to replay this again. So I'm just going to play it once on the hardest. It's actually not terrible if you choose the correct way of playing.
Yeah, you
kind of have to be ranged for the hardest difficulty.
I'm ranged anyway.
Anything that gets close to you is going to kill you in a couple hits if you're lucky, and that's all. And you're able to exist long enough to get a couple hits.
So what you're saying is CQC is advanced mode, and then Ninja is expert
beginner mode.
Oh, really? Wait, what?
Yeah, if you're going to go in and you're going to fight with daggers or sword or anything, you want to play on easy. You need to use guns and magic and stay at a big
no.
distance.
I'm talking about like being able to get all the achievements and everything that you're trying to go for.
I don't think it actually matters what playstyle you use for the achievements. It's just on the hardest difficulty, it's too hard to get in there and actually fight melee. These things will just eviscerate you. Thankfully, in this game, not very many creatures, at least so far, have been able to attack at a distance. Almost all of them have been melee ranged. I don't think I've come across a single long range combatant, and I've still died plenty of times. Because they're not slow; they're quick little bastards. All of them.
But is it fair? Is the real question.
Debatable. It's probably, if I was playing through the main game properly, it probably would be more fair because you're able to have up to 2 AI allies with you that will fight with you.
Okay.
And I only have one right now because I haven't gone through the story far enough to get the second one.
I was about to ask,
really?
What did you do your second one?
That's interesting. I figured I got my second one pretty early, and I have a third one now. So that's fascinating to me.
Yeah, I decided to clear out the whole beginning areas map. And I've done that with just the first person. Then I went to the second area, and I've been clearing up that entire map. And that's where you get the second person. I just haven't done any of the missions that are required.
It's interesting. I got my second person in the first area, so that's fascinating. I'm curious. We'll have to talk about that because I got my second person pretty quickly. So
who was your first? Your first person was the blue guy, right? Or
sexy blue fish man was my first one, and the second one is. Do you want to know who my second one is?
Yes, because I don't actually know who the second one is.
He's a dwarf.
Oh, okay. He's another melee character. I'm pretty sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the next two you get are both magic casters, from what I understand.
Dwarf and sexy blue man like to talk shit to each other, which is always fun.
Nice.
Anyway,
I took a screen grab of my character, but it won't upload to OneDrive for whatever reason.
I
don't know why.
idea.
Way to go, Joe.
I just took a picture with my phone of my screen. So
yeah, but I'm sitting down. I can't really do that.
Chris, you aren't playing. Are you playing Avowed?
No, I've never played it.
Okay.
Everyone should play it. It's so
You're
good.
one of the guys I know that just adores RPGs. So I'm curious. Okay, yeah, just curious.
Yeah, that's something I would play. It's hard to get around to the stuff that's like 10 years old, much less, just the new stuff. Yeah.
The only problem I have with this game is enemies and resources don't respawn. Other than that, this is a fantastic game. I really would like it if enemies and resources respawn.
Apparently, there's a way to do that later.
Oh,
I was curious
good.
about that.
Thank fuck for that.
Oh, yeah.
That me.
Joe. Funny enough.
Oh my god.
It's Kratos.
That's so sick.
Oh my god.
Just a piece of wood over my face.
That kind of looks like me if I had wood on my face.
Oh, I thought your bow was part of your head for a minute.
No.
I see what's going on.
No, he has that wood mask.
No, what he's
and
doing
the same
is trying
head
to
thing
do
that I have.
the birch band name styling for the album arts.
Oh my lord.
And he likes to collect 360 games.
I'm seeing it as like a bunch of little twiggy hands doing the Italian gesture. Like,
maybe.
See that?
Hey, you would like the spaghetti.
The funny thing is, those are only like 3 shelves of 360 games. Those are the backward compatible ones.
You keep
actual non-backward compatible ones are next to me, and it's like 13 shelves.
That's good organizational strategy. I would adopt that.
That's good. Yeah, totally. That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
I keep the backward compatible stuff over by the Xbox One games.
SSX3's in there
over here. Yeah, good stuff. So anyway, we should probably wrap up the chatter and the conversation for this episode. We still have 5 reviews that we got to take care of, and an email from our friend Horror Acolyte that our buddy Norg read for us. So I guess I don't know if you guys want to stick around for reviews or not, but
I'll check reviews out.
What about you, Carl? You sticking around or you heading out?
Oh, I'm sticking around for all the party shit.
Cool.
Long haul.
Bet your ass.
We got a few games to talk about. Is everyone ready for reviews?
Yeah, I'll probably stick around.
Yeah.
Pernell, you good?
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't on mute. Yes. Yes,
because you're first.
Oh, no.
You're up first.
Oh, no.
Let's get to these. First game to talk about tonight is Ninja 5-0, developed by Limited Run Games, published by Konami, released February 25th on Switch, PS4, and PC for $24.99. Ninja 5-0 entrenches you into the epic and ruthless voyage of Joe Osugi, who's a detective, and players become Ninja 5-0. Utilize a wide variety of masterful ninja skills to uphold justice by solving treacherous crimes, such as bank heists and hijackings. Use unique ninjutsu moves to protect the city of Zipangu and take down the evil Mad Mask bosses. Pernell, tell us about your time with Ninja 5-0.
Well, you just gave me more plot than I let the game give me, because I skipped everything.
Were we matching stars to Joe's intro?
Absolutely. No, I wanted Joe's intro, but Joe's intro in the game I skipped. So, for those who don't know, one of the main reasons why this release is of high interest is because Ninja 5-0 is one of those particularly rare and expensive games to release on the Game Boy Advance. It's one of those games that I'm sure I've seen in the store once, didn't buy it, and then next thing you know, 5 years later, people will tell me it's this game that I have to get if I'm able to find it. So I didn't find it and I didn't get it, but hearing about this release made me go, well, now I can find through all the fusses about and see if it's actually worth that level of coin. Anybody with a brain, not even knocking the game at this point, would know that it is not. It's $25 for a Game Boy Advance game. No, it's not worth that much damn money. But is it a good game in its own right? Well, that's a bit easier to answer, in my opinion. So, in this game, you are tasked with proceeding through a series of levels that are designed to be sort of like mini mazes of sorts, with doors that need specific keys to be opened up. and inevitably an exit needs to be reached. In most levels, if not all, you are tasked with also rescuing some hostages to get them to safety as well. And as you move around the level, you have a limited but decent enough roster of abilities you can put at your disposal. You can walk, and your walk is a pretty cool ninja shuffle, so you can't knock that. You have a close range slash of a sword. By using that, you melee slash enemies. You have a shuriken attack that is running on unlimited ammo, so don't worry about running out of shots. You have a regular jump, and you have a grappling
Kage style.
You're damn right.
So I had to look it up. Do you guys know what this is going for on eBay right now?
Not right now.
Not right now.
I guess that's over 100.
$350.
It's probably like, huh?
$350. Cart.
Oh, that's gone down.
Cart only. Full package is about $700 to $800.
Yeah. No, when
hell?
When I first saw this game in person, it was at a convention, I think MagFest, at somebody's table, and it was a loose cart, and it had a $500 price tag. This is like 10 years ago. Damn. And I was like, I gotta look this game up because I have never heard of this game, and I've never seen this price tag on a GBA game, and that's how I learned about it. And then, of course, I played it for free because that's how much Game Boy Advance games actually cost to play.
Right.
Anyway, go ahead.
But you gotta have that loose cart. You pay the money. I am not that guy.
500. Have 6 buttons in a dream.
Damn.
I would love to pay $500.
Become a clip.
Jesus.
I guess $350. I love to pay $350. Put that on my Affirm to take my analog pocket and load from cartridge instead of loading FPGA. That one button push in the menu is really going to be worth it.
Well, eBay, so you don't have Affirm, you just have PayPal credit.
God, I know. Don't remind me.
Honestly, PayPal credit is pretty much becoming like a firm of this similar 4-payment structure. That's how I bought my last set of Garbage Pail Kids. But anyway, that's how expensive Garbage Pail Kids are. You got to use Affirm and PayPal loans for that crap too.
Oh boy.
Now, with that said, you do not need PayPal loans or Affirm to buy this game because thanks to Limited Run, you can get it at an affordable price. Again, that's like you're basically your grappling hook, which is where I was at. You use it, and it doesn't work like a typical grappling hook in most games that utilize them. Instead, this grappling hook has a similar mechanic to a game I can't remember right now, which makes me very mad, where rather than you just leech on launching it and then swinging with the momentum from the swing, from the initial jump and launch, it actually makes it so that you can kind of move yourself left and right with your control pad as you see fit. And the primary usage of the grappling hook is to kind of get around the side of ledges that are higher than your normal jump will allow you to grab onto. Unfortunately, at least when I play the game, it leaves me wide open a lot of time to bullets and guns.
Sounds like Super Castlevania 4, maybe?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good example of it because it does have a similar swing. I don't think Super Castlevania lets you go up and down, but it absolutely lets you like kind of choose your momentum at will and just kind of do it.
Yeah.
But this game is honestly pretty enjoyable. It's not complicated. The main level abilities to grow are finding power-ups in the level that lets you increase the strength of your shuriken attack. Goes up to 3 levels, each one being more powerful than the last and give you a little bit more versatility to using it. But unfortunately, every time you get hit, you get knocked down 1 power level. As you find certain power-ups and kill certain enemies, you'll charge up a ninjutsu meter, which will allow you to kind of screen wipe all the enemies. But I think one time I used it without having a full meter, and I had like a different attack, but I barely use that thing. I just run around and stab and slash people. It's more fun. In addition to that, though, like I said, the 2 mechanics in the game are usually just trying to find your way out of a level by navigating the maze, using the keys, unlock the proper keys, yada, yada, yada. And other times there are hostages you want to rescue. Whether or not they're required or not, I don't know. Why is that? Because I rescue them all every time. And if I were to ever screw up on killing one, the game offers a really handy rewind feature, which I'm sure the original did not have, to allow you to undo pretty much any mistake you have made so long as it's within a minute of playtime. So I just assume you have to save every hostage. I didn't bother to try not saving them because I'm not a monster. At the end of every set of levels, there is a boss fight. And once you beat the boss fight, you're able to choose another set of levels that the game provides for the player until you are potentially done playing through the game. So it's not too complicated. In fact, I say it's more reminiscent of like a classic 80s platformer. But I would also wager that at the time, it was probably a nice wave of nostalgia because the Game Boy Advance and much of its library was in itself a nice wave of nostalgia, only in handheld form. It was like a portable Super Nintendo. So I'm not going to fault the game for that. And I had fun playing it in 2025, so I'm not going to fault it for that reason either. Personally, I think the game is perfectly fine. I think it's fun. With the rewind features, the game pretty much ends up being about as easy as you want it to be. But you could also just play it straight, not let yourself rewind and extend the life of the game for as long as it takes you to beat the game, naturally. So with that said, the price tag that they give you on this game, I mean, you can take it as you will. I mean, people are going to get it on a sale or they're going to buy it full price or whatever, but we can all agree that it is nice when companies make games accessible for a more affordable price than the secondhand collector's market when it goes out of control.
You could get a sealed copy of this game on eBay for $4,500.
God.
Or you could buy it digital for $24.99. What are your thoughts, Pernell?
Honestly, I think this game is well, thoughts the first is if you got that kind of money, just give it to me. God damn. I'll make it worth your while. Just give me the money.
Yeah,
I'll figure out a way to make it worth your while.
I'll take it to Office Depot and I'll take a box to Office Depot and shrink wrap it for you.
You'll never know, and that's
I'll
all
do it for $2,000. I don't even care.
What a deal! This guy's looking out.
To be fair, this one for $4,500 is 9.8 graded, so it's in really good
shape.
Oh
wow!
God!
Okay. That grading system, the mystical grading system.
Yeah, you could get a 7.0 for $2,750. So if you're on a budget,
God. I mean,
if you're on a budget, I believe we already discussed the options beforehand. About 3 hours ago.
I mean, I bought my
anyway.
I bought my Dream Base for over $2,000. To think I could have just had a copy of Ninja 5.0.
Who'd have thought? Some people buy cars for the price of Ninja 5.0, but thankfully, this version, is not that insane, and for that, I would give it a buy.
It's the price of only a dozen eggs.
Oh man, good stuff.
Only a dozen.
So
hey, 18
thank God
eggs,
you got your eggs.
So for all the people who collect games, I'm not one of them. I'm just curious. Does this release just piss a bunch of people off? Is this one of those things where like it's one of those few games that hasn't been re-released?
My experience with this stuff, I used to think that the digital releases would generally tank a physical release collectible. But I don't think it does, because what happens is the people who want full libraries are still going to want the full library, and having it digitally, air quotes, doesn't count. So they're still going to pursue it, and they're still going to get their cut.
Right, because I mean, you could emulate this thing forever if it's really about playing it, and I don't think it is
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Because there's a max headroom skateboard for $1,000 here. I've been looking at, so I'm trying to decide if I want to get 4 of those or buy this game. And I can't decide. So,
or skateboards.
Yeah, 4
one
skateboards.
for, you got at least 2, one for yourself and one as a collectible that you never open up.
2 skateboards, 1 for each foot, 1 for each hand, and then you just wheel everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
What were those guys? What was the movie? Return to Oz with the freaky dudes on the
the Wheelers. Sounds like Scooby-Doo to me.
The Wheelers. The Wheelers from Return to Oz. Yeah. It scared the shit out of me.
Scary as a kid.
It was amazing.
I've never heard of this.
You never heard of Return to Oz? Oh, no. You got a movie you got to watch.
We watched it over Thanksgiving, actually. I mean, my parents rewatched it.
It is a fucked up Disney sequel to Wizard of Oz.
It's amazing.
It's Disney and it's fucked up. It's like during weird Disney time.
Sounds great. Yeah.
Is it just weird Disney, or is it also racist Disney?
You'll regret.
I think it's just weird.
I don't think it's. I don't think there's any racism in there.
I mean, the racism's kind of it's kind of perennial, right?
It's implied with old
it's
Disney.
Implied, yeah. It's going to be sprinkled in there somewhere.
The racism is silent. Like, come on, Disney.
I mean, some of it is not very silent, but yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Some of it is exceptionally loud.
All right, we got to move on. Next game to talk about is Street Cleaner 3, developed and published by Creaky Lantern Games. It released February 28th on Switch and Steam for $15.99. The Street Cleaner is back and hot on the trail of his most mythical foe yet, but this time he's not alone. Return to the mean streets, bash, kick, and whip your way to mete out retro action vigilante justice. Maybe save the world. Andy, what is Street Cleaner 3?
Maybe save the world, dude. You just gave the whole game away. You guys just go buy it and play it. No, the story starts off explaining the power of a long-guarded secret talisman, which holds the power of life and death. Joe, what would you do with the power of life and death? Who would you bring back? Who would you send away?
Who would I send? Sending away is a loaded question in this day and age.
Maybe we shouldn't say that.
Everyone knows who we want to send away right now. Who would I bring back? Man, human or animal? Because I really miss Peaches.
Let's go animal, dude. Just for this, Peaches.
Yeah, we'll bring
Peaches
back Peaches.
Peaches
Noodle,
is
and
more
Nova.
human than the individual we all want to send away.
Yeah.
So.
that was the loaded side of the question. Well, bringing him back. Well, dude, you're in luck because there's a secret talisman that holds life and death, dude. And the evil Master Fang, or Wu Fang, has been building an army in order to steal back the talisman and use it in his master plan. Which I want to tell you what the master plan is, but I can't tell you because it'll ruin part of the story. But just know he's trying to bring somebody back.
Also, I got to give a quick shout out. Horror Acolyte just subbed to us. I want to give a shout out there. There's the sound. It just went off. Thank you, Horror Acolyte. Appreciate you being here. Enjoy the kitty cats. Enjoy the emotes.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Street Cleaner.
Street Cleaner, dude. Street Cleaner 3, in fact. Which also, I realized that Street Cleaner 3 doesn't have anything to do with the number of games that there are, but instead of how many characters you play as. So, fun fact there. Yeah, you should have seen me trying to find Street Cleaner 2 today. Looking all over the place, dude. It doesn't exist, but anyway, so back to that talisman that we were talking about. That was pretty cool. Currently belongs to a high school brawler named Hanoko, who is one of the main characters in the game. She has no idea the power that the object holds, and her world is about to be turned upside down. Whoa! This game is heavily inspired by like 80s movies. Features an awesome synthwave soundtrack or darkwave soundtrack. Dude, I got some very big Big Trouble in Little China vibes from the game, which that movie is great. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure you have. If you haven't, go watch it. It's like playing the game. You get a couple of characters, as I said. You get 3 different characters. You get Kogex, Hanoko, and Jack Slade, better known as the Street Cleaner. And you run around and you try to uncover the secrets of Hanoko's talisman that she holds. Fight through the streets of San Diego, dude, to get rid of criminal scum. You switch between characters on the fly, as each character has their own unique. There we go. Play styles and special moves, dude. Jack Slade, better known as the Street Cleaner Vigilante, apparently is back from the dead. So sorry to spoil Street Cleaner 1 for you guys, but he's back. Back with attitude, dude. He attacks with a baseball bat and uses a gun as his special move. You also have Hanoko, who is a high school brawler and the owner of the talisman. She's much faster than everybody else. She can climb up some walls. Her main attack is a punch or kick, and she throws like an axe type weapon in an arc. It doesn't really say what the weapon is, but it just goes in an arc and attacks people. And then you have Kogex, who is an enemy that you fight, and the enemy is now a friend. That's pretty fun. New friends. Much slower character, uses a whip, can walk on spikes, and then has this kind of rolly spike ball special move too. After beating the game, you'll unlock new character cosmetics, which is pretty neat too. So the game itself, you'll fight through city streets. You'll race on motorcycles, attack bad guys. You'll roll through graveyards, across moving trains. There's 9 levels in total, which is a lot of levels. These levels are pretty hard too. So luckily they've got these little things. They've got do you guys remember like toll booths, right? And like pay phones and things, you know?
Oh yeah.
They got payphones set up, so you got a little halfway mark in the game. That's pretty nice. There's CRTVs and arcade cabinets that allow you to change your character skins as well. Some of the enemies you'll fight, some sewer rats, cyber cats. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but that's pretty cool. Street thugs, plenty of street thugs. Everybody's in 80s attire too. You got ninjas, you got bow ninjas, you even have Macho Man Randy Savage in there too. He's dropping some elbows, dude. It's wild. Each level ends up with a huge boss fight against robots, demons, giant mermaids. You even fight Michael Jackson, or in this case, they name him Jackal Maxon.
Oh my god,
it's pretty cool.
Oh my god.
He does all the dance moves too, and like switches iconic costumes, I would say. You'll, like I said, encounter 9 levels of 8-bit retro action. Lots of replayability from new game modes that unlock, like solo mode, all character start mode, harder difficulties, and once you beat it too, you get this mysterious phone call, which kind of leads you on this cool mission. I only did a little bit of that, but so far it was pretty neat. So just bumps you into some new areas and levels that you didn't know existed before. There's some great assist settings too. If the game is too hard for you, the game is like pretty difficult, but as far as I was concerned, you have infinite retries. So, but the assist settings are deal with like infinite ammo or infinite health. You can even get a double jump. And overall, if the game's not your style, the soundtrack really kicks ass too.
I was just about to ask, how's the music in the game? Because the soundtrack is available on sale. And full disclosure, our buddy Danimal is on guitar for the credit song.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, there's your song for the episode. It's a banger.
Is it? Have you heard it?
Good, man.
Yeah, it's great. I haven't played the game yet, but I've heard a bit of the soundtrack. Street Cleaner is like MagFest fam, the artist. So the music is just pumping and awesome. So, but I haven't played the game. It's fun to hear.
The game is awesome. Yeah, I mean the game is awesome. The soundtrack is even more awesome. I actually had the soundtrack on a couple of levels, just like playing in the background while I was working on other things. So, it's good. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, let's talk about the price on this package. The game is $15.99. The soundtrack is available on Bandcamp for $7. You could get it on Steam as well for $6.99 if you own the game, or I think you could buy them separately now, can't you? Whatever. It's out there. Game 16, soundtrack 7. What do you think?
I would say get it. I mean, the game was the right amount of difficulty, and even if it's not, tone it down a little bit. I mean, switching between characters was cool. The graphic style was neat. Every level has their own kind of like aesthetic to it. I almost said the U word, but I didn't want to. No, dude, no. All the bosses are cool too. I mean, like, yeah. Overall, this game was like a lot more like in depth than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, I would say go for it.
Cool. Sounds good. Next game to talk about is the Backrooms 1998, developed by Steelkrill Studio, published by Feardemic, released February 20th on Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC for $9.99. The Backrooms 1998 is a first-person found footage psychological horror survival game where it tells the story of a young teen after accidentally falling into the depths of the backrooms in 1998. Makes sense. Roam freely, mark, explore, and try to unravel the story. However, you are not alone. Don't scream. Our friend Horror Acolyte wrote in a review, and George Norg decided to read it for us. So, George, take it away.
The Backrooms 1998 is a first-person found-footage survival horror game that is based on the concept of the Backrooms, a fictional location originating from 4chan message boards. The Backrooms has a bunch of lore that has been submitted and expanded upon by its fans, but the base concept focuses on the idea of liminal spaces, which are abandoned dreamlike locations with unnatural or unrealistic layouts. This particular space takes the form of an ongoing series of empty office-like rooms with tacky wallpaper and carpeted flooring that appear to have no access to the outside world. As the game begins, you are shown some real camcorder footage of a kid's birthday parties over the years. Flash forward to 1998, Paul is now about to record some footage of him and his friends doing some skateboard tricks at a local skate park. Unfortunately, Paul bails on one of his tricks, and the shame was so bad, he was instantly transported to the Backrooms. Now Paul finds himself trapped in a series of mostly abandoned rooms filled with an assortment of furniture, mannequins, deranged-looking dolls, and other random objects. Walls covered with a glossy yellow wallpaper with black dots, resembling cheap gift wrapping paper. The overhead lighting provides sufficient light in close proximity but leaves many corridors dimly lit, sometimes illuminating the locale's ugly carpeted flooring, which is quite dirty and bug-infested in certain areas. The starting area acts mostly as a tutorial, introducing you to the various mechanics of the game. This section is quite linear, with you searching for a way out, Paul periodically calling out to his friends to stop this prank, but he is met with no reply. On occasion, you will catch a glimpse of something running past in the distance, moving forward only to find a dead end or something peeking at you just around the corner but hastily returning to the shadows. There isn't too much of a story to be found, but early on you overhear some news on a radio about a little boy named Thomas who was kidnapped and tortured, only to be found 2 days later with his head and arms severed, wearing his favorite yellow jacket. Coincidentally, not too long after, you will find a blood-soaked hallway. At its end, a set of double doors. The doors bursting open as you approach, introducing you to the primary antagonist of the game. A hulking humanoid creature wrapped in a yellow jacket, tendrils coming out of its back, and a giant bloodied mouth in the center of its torso, complete with a set of razor-sharp teeth. After evading the monster, you are introduced to your main quest, finding a series of items to complete a vigil for poor Thomas. The game is played in a first-person camera view, with slight grainy effects and subtle static lines. As your character moves, there is a decent amount of head bobbing and swaying of the camera, nothing too drastic, but it might be enough to be disorienting for some. On your camera HUD, there is a health icon and volume reader for mic output. I highly recommend playing the game with a headset, as it will make the atmospherics more effective, as well as making it easier to pinpoint the location of the monstrosity that is hunting you. If your headset has a mic, then leaving your mic on will add a bit of immersion to the game, since the creature will be able to hear you if you make too much noise, or you can just turn your mic off to make the journey slightly easier. But on Xbox, even when my mic output was at max volume as seen on the HUD, it didn't seem to alert the monster all that much unless I was in pretty close proximity. Being stealthy is important though. If you make too much noise, the monster will start running to your area. Fortunately, it is blind, so you can potentially stay hidden around a corner in plain sight. Or if you're lucky, there could be a locker or table near you to guarantee your concealment. Walking and crouching generate minimal amounts of noise, keeping your presence fairly unannounced. Or if you get caught in a precarious position, you can always try to run away. Be warned though, you do not run very fast or for very long, and doing so generates a lot of noise, so be sure to have a hiding spot in the vicinity or be prepared to meet your fate. Aside from the noise you make yourself, there are also some obstacles in the environment that generate noise when stepped on, like glass and garbage, which are mostly easy to avoid. What is not easy to avoid, though, is a handful of scripted events like shelves or cabinets falling over, immediately beckoning the monster to your location, so always have an escape plan in mind. As mentioned earlier, the layout of liminal spaces is unnatural, making them a bit of a maze to explore. Personally, I didn't find the layout of this game to be too strenuous to keep track of, especially if you are lucky enough to find the hidden map early on. But there are a few things to help you navigate. If you recall, the floor can be pretty dirty, making you leave footprints on the ground that can help you keep track of your recent movements, but ultimately not very effective. You get a spray paint gun that can be used to tag walls with anything your heart desires. Early on, you find an angle head flashlight that is battery operated, not the most effective flashlight, only being useful in complete darkness and needing batteries for sustained usage. There are a few boarded up doors and chained gates that will need to be opened with tools hidden away in the backrooms. It seems others have been to the backrooms before, leaving behind notes on the wall and arrows to help you find key items. Every so often, a warbled static will consume your screen, causing hallways to shift or furniture to reposition itself. Thankfully, none of these changes drastically alter the layout of the map, so you are mostly able to keep your bearings. In your travels, there are several red rooms that you can visit containing a CRT television set that can be used to save your game in a singular time, easing some of the strain from your current entrapment. If you do happen to come face to face with the monster, not all hope is lost. It takes 2 to 3 attacks for him to deplete your life, so you have a small window of opportunity to escape. There are also a few medicine bottles across the map to bring you back to full health. Ultimately, The Backrooms 1998 is a mildly successful horror experience. The visuals and atmospherics are pretty good overall, but not without issues. Especially on the visual side of things, there are a number of instances where the textures tear when turning, causing walls and/or graffiti to disappear, ruining the immersion a bit. A couple areas with singular scripted noise cues would seemingly repeat those cues in silent when passing through again, as the monster would be called to the area even though no noise was made when re-entering the section. The primary antagonist is pretty creepy. Hearing him hulking around the hallways or turning towards you once he is alerted to your presence can be unnerving. On top of that, he makes some great guttural slurping and gulching sounds while spraying fluid from his mouth, also calling out to his mommy and daddy in a child's voice. The game makes heavy use of jump scares, bordering on too many in my opinion. Fleshy masses running across the screen in your camera or the environment transforming into bloody, mutilated fleshy shapes. Interacting with certain objects in your inventory can be a little clunky. For some reason, it was quite difficult to change batteries for the flashlight, or maybe that was just my own ineptness. The game doesn't have many original ideas. I did a review in October of last year for a game called Backrooms Partygoers. I could have copied and pasted the entirety of that review in place of this one and maintained 85% accuracy. Potentially a short experience, probably 1 to 2 hours for most people, depending on how cautious you want to be and how well you are able to navigate the map, which isn't terribly large. Considering the reasonable price point, if you like games with lots of jump scares, then I would maybe place the game at a buy it recommendation. Otherwise, I would only give it a try it recommendation for other horror enthusiasts.
And scene! Time to go get some bacon! Bacon.
All right, moving on. Next game to talk about is 3 Degrees Celsius Sand Puzzle, developed by COOL&WARM, published by KEMCO, released February 21st on Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC for $4.99. This puzzle game delivers a satisfying experience as you connect sand grains of the same color and clear them all at once. The more grains you connect, the higher your score when you clear them. Connect grains of the same color to make them disappear. In Arrange mode, special grains will appear, and in the Plus mode, the stages will expand, giving you more room to play. Chris, it feels like I said everything there is to say about the game, but make it sound good.
Aw, man.
The game's fun, though.
That. Yeah, I know. I'm just joking.
I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, so it's a KEMCO game. It's not an RPG. How about that? Okay, so this is a game you'll recognize this style of puzzle game. I mean, there's lots of mobile games that are like this, but yeah, it's basically there's a bunch of different colored blocks. If you touch, if 2 of them are touching and you click on that, then it disappears. And so you got to get as many of them to touch as possible by eliminating the blocks around them and such. Just try to make big old clusters of colored bricks and then just remove them. They say sand, it's colored blocks, it's like tetrominoes basically. Although you do have the option to make them look like not all kinds of different things, but just different kinds of shapes. The sand can be like blocks or squares or circles or cubes, which reminds me of Chris Dugage's Cubosh logo. Grant knows what I'm talking about at least.
Indeed.
And yeah. Although they're all pastel. Well, at first, actually. So as you explode more of them, then more colors appear. See, that's the challenge, is that, you'll be popping like 3 colors or whatever. They bunch up all nicely and stuff. And then dark blue appears. And then you're like popping all 4 colors. And then like red appears. And then, as you keep going, they keep introducing more colors, which of course makes it harder for them to bunch together because you've only got so much space to play with. Every so often, you'll see there's a number, it'll say clicks left. That's how many times you can click on the board before it dumps more sand on you. So yeah, basically when it's like, I think 4 for the most part. And yeah, so you get 4 chances to clear as much as you can, and then it dumps more on you. And that's either good because, it gives you more clusters to explode, or it's bad because, of course, if the screen fills up with sand, the game is over. So therein lies the challenge. Now, you've got different modes here. I guess this game first came out in 2005, so I was going to make fun of it for having an original mode when the game just came out, or classic mode, rather. But actually, yeah, this game's like 20 years old, apparently, according to the copyrights. I have not looked up the original. It's probably just some... What? Somebody allergic to classic mode? So anyways, you got, on top of your original mode, you got arrange mode, which just adds in things like, different, like there's a kind of circle that undulates, kind of, an animated circle. And if you click on that, it blows up a circular patch of like all kinds of blocks. You have a rainbow one, which will destroy all the blocks of a certain color, and whichever color I guess is touching it, and that will give you a lot more room freed up and stuff. So the arrange mode kind of adds those. The original doesn't have those. And then the plus mode of each just expands the size of the board, so it's more pieces and more stuff dropping on you. So just like, it's kind of it just kind of depends on whether you like more puzzle pieces or less puzzle pieces. It doesn't make the game much harder or less hard. It's one of those kind of games that does, apart from introducing new colors, it doesn't really do much. It doesn't get like much harder or anything like that. It's just eventually you're going to run out of those blocks, space to, destroy a meaningful amount of blocks, and then you just get a game over, and then you just do it again, because it's one of those kind of games where you start playing it, and then suddenly it's like 3 hours later, and you're like, one more. So yeah, one of those like instantly kind of addicting puzzle games. And that really is all there is to say about it. I mean, it's got a cool soundtrack. It's kind of electro, a little bit trancey. It reminded me a lot of Tetrisphere, which is a big compliment because I love Tetrisphere. It's one of my favorite N64 games. And yeah, like apart from that, the only complaint I have is, and this actually goes for a lot of these like mobile to Switch transfers, is they did not bother to put in any touchscreen compatibility. You move the cursor around with the controller, but even in docked or undocked mode, in portable mode rather, that's what it's called. You touch the screen and you're just going to put a fingerprint on it. It doesn't do anything. That's a bummer. Yeah, that's the big bummer for me. I would say my favorite game of this genre, if you are listening to this and you're like, I want one where I can touch the screen, damn it. Look up Squishy Tanks by Natsume. It was out on the DS, the original DS. That game is freaking fun, and it, of course, utilized the touchscreen and stylus. But this is still good. I like it.
Did you say Squishy Bags was the name of it?
Squishy Tanks. Tanks, like a Sherman tank. Okay. Like, rolls around, goes kaboom.
Go broom broom.
Huh. Alrighty then.
They'll be made of Cybertrucks in a year.
Probably.
Yeah.
So they'll go nowhere over sand. It'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be safe from them at last.
Nice. Well, 3C sand puzzle is $5. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fuck it, why not? Because it's like, if you're looking for this kind of game, I haven't seen this too many times. I think I have one other game that's like this on my Switch, but I mean, that's considering I have over 1,400 Switch games.
Yeah.
So this is probably the better one of those two. I did not try to compare them, but I had enough fun with it. I think you will too. But yeah, don't expect it to go into any like deep territory or anything like that. It's just a $5 puzzle game.
Yeah, I dropped the $5 on it, and I'm having fun with it. So
yeah, it's great. I will be playing it later. Yeah.
Cool. Next up, Justice Ninja Casey, developed by Sunsoft, published by Ratalaika Games, released February 28th on Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC for $5.99. The 16-bit classic comes to the West for the very first time. A princess in a castle has been kidnapped by a group of mysterious ninjas. Luckily for her, a young ninja named Casey is aware of the situation and embarks on a mission to save her because he's the ninja of justice. Pernell and Chris, both of you played this. Pernell, start us off. What is Justice Ninja Casey?
Well, best way I can describe it is it's an interesting cross between Legend of the Mystical Ninja and River City Ransom, essentially.
Hell yeah.
I only did the quest mode, so I'm going to start out there right now. I wasn't messing with the regular one. There's a quest mode literally right there. But essentially, the quest mode involves you having access to a map that is composed of multiple interconnected corridor battle scenes. And your goal is to get from the initial village in which you start to the castle at the other end of the map where the princess is held, or is she? I'll never tell. And as you are progressing throughout these levels, you'll go from screen to screen. And if you remember how River City Ransom did, where you'd have like different enemies that would pop up depending on the screen you're on, this was like that too, except you don't have like weird random encounter gangs. There's always structured enemies that pop up depending on the area you're in. And at base value, you get access to a punch, an attack, and a sort of like defensive ability. But as you play through the game, beating sub-bosses and the like, you'll come across additional abilities that you can swap onto one of the 3 buttons that you have at your disposal.
I don't mean to interrupt, but that
please.
That brings in an element of a third ninja game, one of my favorites, Wrath of the Black Manta.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You could switch out. I've never played that. Yeah, at the end of every stage when you would beat a boss, it would give you a new power, and you would have to assign it because you had a limit of 4, but you would collect 8 throughout the adventure. So, and it plays into whether you can beat the game or not is what moves you assign to your ninja. I don't know that that's the case here, but that was the case in Wrath of the Black Manta. So that reminded me of that. So anyway, continue.
I appreciate that actually, because that gives me more context, and now I want to play that game too.
So good.
So as you're beating enemies up, you will acquire finances, and the finances can be spent in various towns that you come across along the way to purchase healing items, and most importantly, if you're not using the actual emulator features in the game, the ability to save the game by purchasing memos. And you'll pretty much be progressing throughout this game, beating enemies, defeating bosses, getting new abilities, sub-bosses too. Some sub-bosses of which are like repeat bosses, like ones that'll just constantly get in your face. But there's a couple of unique ones out in the field too that you'll fight.
Unique.
Oh, I'm not. Am I the first who said that today? Because I feel like a lot of people danced around.
Oh no, we've
been on top.
We've been on that today.
Oh, we've been uniquing.
Yeah.
Unique. But yeah, you'll be progressing up these levels, knocking dudes out, finding different sections of the map. And the cool thing about this game is that there are multiple ways to get from point A to the inevitable point Z on the map. So it's up to you to decide how you want to traverse the map. And depending on what you decide to do, you'll come across different encounters, different abilities, different stores. And like I said, maybe a different alternative thingy-ma-dibber-dibber. I feel like this game, I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, I don't dislike it at all. In fact, I'm enjoying it. But I found myself, due to playing it this late in life, I just kept telling myself, is this like Mystical Ninja? Is this partly Mystical Ninja? And I had to keep fighting the comparisons. But what I will say I definitely was happy about was getting some Sunsoft-esque music, because I'm assuming this was Sunsoft's music as well, their Soundhouse. But getting new Sunsoft music in my ears, I was happy to get a bit of that going.
So good, the soundtrack. Man, I had no idea.
It really is. It's really good. This game is, I honestly do think it's fun. I've been enjoying it. It's a good time. You can level up. The level ups are more about getting increased hit points and attack power. But nevertheless, it does feel good when the game says you've leveled up. Because damn right I leveled up. Beating dudes up. I'll stop talking for a bit, though. Chris has to get some stuff to say.
Okay, so I really, really like this game because it has a really good sense of humor. Whoever localized it did a good job in like writing some good jokes. Literally, I'm gonna spoil one of them. So in the very first like area when you're defeating a bunch of like ninjas and stuff, then one ninja in a green outfit appears, and after you defeat him, he's like, I'll show you, I'm not just some palette swap. And different things like that. Yeah. Nice. The game, by the way, existed. If you're looking for this game and like, in its original format, its original title is Shonen Ninja Sasuke. Which, by the way, you can switch this too. You can play this game in Japanese if you really want to. I'm gonna say like, Pernell did a great job of describing the game. The features are incredible. Just like all the different stuff that you can.
Jesus, this is a $250 game too.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
and they're both ninja games. Bam!
Ninja games get expensive, I guess. Yeah. No, this one was like a popular one, and plus the interesting thing about it is that it actually has never been translated, like not fan translated or anything. Somebody was working on it in about 2019, and then they stopped, and then like 2 days ago, somebody updated that thread in the ROM hacking forums and was like, "Hey, did you help with this? Because this is coming out now." But no, like, okay, so there's like everything from like cheats where you can just completely break the game in your favor, one hit kills, infinite energy, invincibility, whatever, to like doing like really useful like kind of QOL, like disabling the sprite limit to make the game run smoother. It has rewind and turbo, so you can like make the game run faster if you really want to. It not only has save states, it has auto save that you can set yourself. As far as like that goes, the extras include a jukebox where you can just listen to the music. There's 30 tracks to the soundtrack. I absolutely recommend. Man, just buy this game just to listen to it because the songs are so good.
Great.
I'm really into it. There's an art gallery of like the box art, and different things. I didn't look through all of it. There's a manual. There's sprite sheets. You can like do goals, so it's kind of got like its own achievement setting. Sets built in. Sorry, I must have had a drink too. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's like it's a fun game. Like I said, it being like it's kind of interesting because it does run a little rough. Like, your walking speed is extremely slow, even though it's like very well animated. If you jump kick a lot, then you're just sailing across the screen. Think like those Ninja Turtle games where you jump kick and you're just like you go sailing.
Tackle.
Yeah, but like at the same time, it's like, so it's not like as smooth as like a Mystical Ninja, right? But what I really like about this one is, this is my favorite move that it is right at the beginning, is that if you jump and time your kicks right, you can just perpetually jump off of enemies' heads, which is great. And the other thing is that it has, I didn't get to try this, but it's in the demo attract mode, and I really like the look of it, so I want to try this with somebody someday. But it has co-op two players on the screen, and one of them's a different character. So like you can kind of experience the game that way, and I feel like that's kind of ideal. It has weird things too, like a score ranking. I don't know why you need a score ranking in this. And by the way, I did try the other mode, the one that's not quest mode. It's like arcade mode. It's the exact same game, but without the story in between. Oh yeah, it's just called Action. So Action is just the fighting. Yeah, and they running around and stuff. But cool. And then it has like a credit system instead of wiping you to your last save. Gotcha. Yeah.
Well, Justice Ninja Casey clocks in at $6 from Ratalaika. What do you think?
That is so cheap.
As a buy.
Easy.
Price, yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea why it's only $6. I mean, this is a great package for a long lost, never translated in English, even by the proletariat. Kind of game that I'm really excited to be checking out. I actually have played this before on my flash cart on my EverDrive, and because I'd heard about it before, and it is very good. So,
and I do want to convey in the general sense that earlier it may have seemed like I was down on the game, and that's not the case at all. It's just more so to say I had to pull myself out of that constant need to compare to another game I've played prior. But as its own game, it is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I will say it feels the most like River City Ransom, and that's never a bad thing. That's a big compliment. It's one of the greatest. It's one of the greatest brawlers ever made. So it's like, what are you gonna do?
Well, if $6 is still too much for you, it's on sale for the next week plus or 2 weeks, somewhere around there, for $4.79, at least on Switch and Xbox. So
damn,
buy
dudes,
it and save a buck.
Go get it.
Justice Ninja.
All right, one final game to talk about tonight is Freddy Farmer, developed and published by Flynn's Arcade, released February 27th on Switch and Steam for $4.99. Freddy Farmer is a retro arcade-style game with 16-bit pixel art graphics in the style of the 80s and 90s, where you can test your skills as a player. Seems pretty straightforward. Chris, tell us about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of straightforward things about these Flynn's Arcade game. This one, I guess, also has Catcade, because there's a pretty drawn out like animated intro that I don't yet know how to skip. But that's okay. So yeah, Flynn's Arcade, you may remember from those other games I talked about. I'm not gonna rattle off the titles. I probably get them wrong. They've
done games like Cash Cow DX, Super Spy Raccoon, Looking Up I Only See a Ceiling, Paper Tris, Donut Dodo. I know we covered that one on the show.
Yeah, we covered Donut Dodo and Paper Tris and that cow one. And there was another too. There's another we covered too, but I'm not recalling right now. Anyway, that's fine. Yes, this is a arcade game about a farmer who is trying to save his daughter from a dragon. This actually plays out a lot like kind of like a really long lost style of arcade game, and that's just where it's you select like an actual world to go to, and all of them except for the very last one are selectable from the very beginning, including the cemetery. I don't know why they added an N to cemetery, but maybe it's a pun. I don't know. It's funny. Either way, once you get to a world, then basically you have to play through a series of levels. They're single screen levels, of course. Except for that cow one, which is like a scrolling 2-screener. Most of these games tend to be like the 1-screen style of levels. You run and jump, kind of Donkey Kong style, across the level, trying to pick up potion ingredients, because a potion factors into your rescue mission somehow. It's in the story. But they drop these ingredients in random parts of the stage, so it's random which ingredient is where. And it's one hit to kill you, so any enemy can just completely eradicate you, and then you have like a limited amount of lives to get through through all the levels, like of a stage, and then you can stage select from there. All this to say, your goal is to grab up all the ingredients and create a potion. Now, in order to create a potion, you not only have to grab all the ingredients and then the cauldron at the end, you have to grab the ingredients in the right order. So the order is given to you on one side of the screen, and like I said, the ingredients are spread through the levels randomly. So that means that you're never going to be able to play the game the same way twice, because you have to go in a different order. Otherwise, you complete the level and get to move on, but you do not make the potion. Now, the game does save your progress if you've made a potion, in the sense that you don't have to make a potion the next time you go through the stage, if you've already made that potion for that stage. I don't know if gathering up all the ingredients gets you another potion, because they're kind of like, it shows like blanked out potions, and they fill in as you create the potions for each stage, so I think that it's just one potion per stage. But either way, you need a certain amount of potions to progress a certain amount in the video game. So you have to actually do this, even though it just seems like it's for bonus points. So yeah, on top of the enemies, some of which are too tall to jump over, so you can't just jump over everything. There are other stage hazards and also helpers, mushrooms in the forest stage that let you boing higher, just different things that like help you kind of traverse the terrain as far as that goes. But yeah, like I said, and enemies have different attacks that they increasingly make things complicated. The other thing that's kind of complicated is that if you start to climb a ladder, which of course these are, multi-level stages that are separated by ladders, again, think like Donkey Kong, then you can't stop your character once he starts going up a ladder, so you really have to time it. And yeah, it's like the whole thing's on a timer as well, so you only, you can't just stand around. Like, you basically have you have a good amount of time, but like you have to like survey the level and see where the ingredients are this time, see what order you need to grab them in. And do all this and then start playing the stage. So it's like, a kind of mix between frantic action and like careful planning. You kind of have to do both at the same time. So yeah, it's actually pretty fun. Soundtrack again is really good. The Flynn's arcade games, I mean, they all have this certain quality about them. They always move really fast. The animation is always really smooth. Soundtracks are always like this kind of chiptune, reminiscent of arcade games. I mean, I wouldn't say this sounds exactly like something I would hear in an arcade, but it's close enough, and they're very tributary to their roots as far as that goes. So yeah, quality all around. Like I said, an interesting premise, because you'd think it being a farmer game, it may have something to do with farming instead of just gathering, but that's where they get you, I guess.
All right. Well, it is a $5 game. Give us your thoughts.
Well, again, this is kind of a fuck it, why not? You can close your eyes and just grab any of the Flynn's arcade games, and you're going to get a somewhat similar but high quality experience. So there hasn't been one of these games that I haven't been able to give a buy it to yet. So it really is same as usual. It's a buy it, Nothing like super special about it versus their other games, and there's nothing wrong with it either. So. Cool. Hate to not be exciting about it, but that's where it is.
All right, well, that's it. We made it through.
We did it.
That's most of us.
That is the end of the episode. Made it through. Want to thank everybody for being here, hanging out.
You're very welcome.
Company. Shut up, Aki. No one cares.
Fair enough.
Aki talks, and it's like,
I'm going to need you to fuck off, sir.
Everyone here knows y'all love me.
Oh, that was mean.
I'm so sorry.
Is that better now?
I have no idea what that even said. All I understood was, I'm so
sorry.
Oh, never use that for Jacob, and we're even.
So sorry.
Now I can hear it. Yeah, don't ever use that for Jacob, and we're even.
I won't.
Good. We're even then. It's all good.
All right. Music this episode. We're going to play the closing theme from Street Cleaner 3. Grant, what can you tell us about the song? Like,
it's real good. I don't know what else.
It has instrumentals in it.
I didn't know if you knew who all was on it, or...
No, he has a couple guests on the record, and Danimal's one of them for that track. But it's just a great record. Great soundtrack.
He'll leave you cleaning your street.
Well, we're going to clean some streets with the soothing sound of a street cleaner just going down the road like... Middle of the night, wakes you up, pisses you off, hits a car alarm goes off, dogs start barking.
At least you're already awake.
Fuck yourself. Honestly, Joe, when you messaged me about it, you were like, "Yeah, did you asked for a street cleaner, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, man," and totally forgot what the game was. What it looked like, all the things. And so I fully expected coming into Street Cleaner it being one of those like simulation games, where I'm just cleaning the street. I was like, oh man, I gotta play this game where I'm
play a game. Yeah,
cleaning. You know, I'm just working,
Street
dude.
cleaning simulator.
Yeah, dude. But I was like, yes,
I mean, we
this game
do
is
get
way more
offered
badass
a
than
bunch of those types of games, so I
Yeah, we
cannot
do get a
blame
lot of
anyone
Sims,
for suspecting that.
right.
All right. Does
Bubblegum
anyone have
simulator.
any final words to end the show? Carl, are you still here? Do you have any final words to end it?
He should be the one to do it. Good God.
No, he might be gone.
I
God damn it,
think he's
Carl.
probably passed out.
That was a great.
May have.
That
That
was,
is
Because
that
he's
was
still in
best,
the room.
best interview.
Yeah.
Best review for a game.
There you go.